Hey, 4X. How's it going? Is going around here? Is going around here too?
Cryo is always far more effective in the rain. This is going to get interesting.
I have the week off from work, so that's why I'm streaming earlier than normal. And I heard that this particular Genshin event is gonna take a lot of time, and I only have 5 days left, so it's gonna be a long stream. But I'm doing good. I woke up this morning. I went and got some groceries done, and I heard some people rage quit. I heard that too. We'll see if that happens to me. Northina, hello. But yeah, I got some groceries done. Tomorrow, I'm probably gonna be spending all day cleaning my house, just because I need to. How are you doing, Northina?
Swift and merciful. You're stuck now.
I'm a rock. Look at you, Boo-Bill.
Frostbite.
Being productive? Well, these are things I normally wouldn't do if I had work. Because I always I'm usually wiped out from work and then I don't do other things. So, I'm gonna clean around the house. I got my taxes done last week, so that's done and over with.
Oh, so sorry.
Oh yeah.
This'll pack a punch.
I'm doing good, Northina. Just relaxing. I got the week off from work, so I'm relaxing. I know that too well. Had few years that weekends were just let me die days. Yeah, for real, for real. Also playing Genshin? Nice. What are you doing in Genshin? I'll be doing the festival today. I haven't touched it yet, and only got what 4 or 5 days left. So I gotta hop on to it. But first, we gotta get rid of the dailies. They are an impediment. They ain't gonna get done if I don't do them. Also have a blueberry boba milk tea right with me right now. It's not as good as I thought it would be. I'm gonna be honest. It's a little. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be sour or if it's just the tart from the blueberry. I feel like it should be sweeter. But it's not. Am I going the right way? I am not going the right way. Okay, let's teleport back. We'll do that again. Take 2. I've never seen that character. This character? It's Aloy from what's it? I'm remembering the name of the new game, but I don't remember the full name. Forbidden West is the game. I'm forgetting the first half of the title for some reason. Horizon Zero Dawn. From Horizon. She was a special event character when they did the whole like transition from when Genshin released on PlayStation. She came out as a temporary character that you could get for the event. Hey West, how you doing? How's your day? Ah, it's one of these, huh?
Got something for ya.
A touch of frost.
Looks a bit like that Disney Ginger character. She does kind of look like her. What's her name? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Ever seen one of these? You're stuck now.
Swift and merciful.
I've never seen Aloy combat before. Me neither. So these last 4 characters in my party are the last 4 characters in Cryo that I have not friendship level 10 yet.
My blade.
So that's why I'm using them right now. It's the only reason why I'm using them. I tried to make Chongers a little bit more DPS-y and Kaya. Anyways. My Aloy is pretty decent though.
This is a new one.
She's not as strong as Ganyu, but she's pretty decent.
A touch of frost.
Oh, okay. Hey, Wes, thank you for the 2 months. Hell yeah. Appreciate it, man. It's been a pleasure meeting you. And hopefully I can consider you a friend now and not just an acquaintance. But thank you so much. Merida? Is that the character's name, the Disney princess? You're starting early today? Yeah, I am starting early today. I don't have work this week, so I'm able to start early. And also because I've heard that the festival event is super long, so I'm gonna be streaming for quite a while, I think, today. Hopefully try to get as far into it as I can, but just gotta get rid of my dailies first so I don't forget about them. Merida. Isn't the movie called Brave? Brave? Brave. Something.
Swift and merciful. Spirit blade. Attack. Don't get frostbite.
Got something for ya. The hunt is on.
Can't handle your drink.
One with my blade. Dodge this.
I'm at 59 pity for Ayaka so far. Oh. You haven't gotten her yet. $40 battle pass. 10 more to go. I think I got one more daily to do. One more quest. One more journal quest. Where is it? Oh, is it one of those like they put? Oh no, it's right here. I see it. Not guaranteed though. Oh, so are you dealing with a 50-50 situation? Always dealing with the 50-50, which isn't a bad thing. I guess, yeah, since you still don't mind. Like, I guess you're in a position where if you're trying to get Ayaka, but you end up getting another 5-star, it's not that bad, because you're still trying to collect more characters anyway. But unless you really want Ayaka, then it feels bad a little bit, right? Boom, shakalaka.
Swift and merciful.
Yeah, how about you get down from there? Wow.
A touch of frost. Submit for judgment.
Hey.
You're stuck now.
My blade.
I've only lost one 50-50 in my 5 months playing, and it was Diluc, so not even complaining. Diluc's a good character to get early on. He was my second 5-star, I believe. Chi-Chi was my first, and this was all during when I didn't really understand how banners worked quite yet either. I was just pulling, like I didn't know the difference between the normal banner versus like the event banner and stuff like that. So I was just pulling what I saw in the picture. I was like, oh yeah, I want that. Okay, that should be everything. I need 8 more points in my resin. I'll just probably turn them to condense once we get there. It's funny, when I had Chi-Chi, I assumed she was strong because he was a 5-star. So I was just like putting like attack. I was just like trying to turn her into a main DPS, which worked for a little bit. It worked for a while. The fights were longer. But then I got Diluc. Then he became my main DPS, and then I found out Chi-Chi could heal. And she was my main healer for a long time. Alright, I'm not doing that yet. Go hold off.
Add Astra Abyssosk. Well,
Add extra
thank you for completing
applesauce.
today's commissions.
You're welcome, Catherine. It's a pleasure to see you again today.
Add Astra Abyssosk.
Grab these. My game feels a little sluggish. I don't know why. I had ramen for lunch today. I had a tonkatsu ramen, and I also ordered an onigiri rice ball to go with it. It was delicious. I wanted black garlic tonkatsu ramen, but this place didn't have that, so I just got regular tonkatsu, and it came with a few slices of chashu pork, some bamboo shoots, and then I sprinkled a bunch of that chili powder on it. It's delicious. And then the rice ball or onigiri, it was a spicy tuna rice ball. It's delicious. Okay, I guess we'll head over and do the festival stuff. Is it this? Festive Elegance. I would imagine this is it, right? Since you're commissioned by Miko herself, you might as well ask her more details. Is it this one? Let me just make sure. Event details. Oh my. Maybe it's this one. What's this? Send an invitation. Oh, I'm pretty sure I have C6 of him, I think. Okay, no, it is that. Okay. Don't I? Xingqiu was part of my Ganyu squad early on. Yeah, he's maxed out. He made people wet for Ganyu. That sounded so wrong. Stop. OML. What do you guys? That's what they call it in the game. What do you want me to say? Would you prefer? I feel like we've already had this conversation before, West. With I think West gets it. Everybody else is like, "Oh my God, what are you saying?" Would you prefer me to say that he makes people moist? Mmm. He's a great moisturizer. Keeps him hydrated. You're unfollowing. Oh no. I'm sorry.
Aratani and Kuroda, how are things coming along?
All the books and commission prints for Yai Publishing House were bound and sent out yesterday afternoon, Lady Yai.
Then we'll stick with the proper terminology in the video game, which is wet.
Very good. And Murata?
We have already received word from Apek Husu and Sailing Breeze that the materials are all in place for Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power and Pretty Please Kitsune Guji.
Epikusu? Have I read any light novels? I love the Haruhi Suzumiya light novel series. I haven't read... I don't really read manga or light novels, to be honest, West. I usually just watch the anime. So, the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, one of the OG classics on my list for sure. It's a great series. Hi, Zimius. Oh, so early. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't have work this week, so I'll be streaming pretty much the rest of the day. Yeah. Yeah.
Well done.
I need to
About
do
you,
this festival.
Onodera?
Gotta get the festival done. How's your day, Zimius?
Ahem.
Oh my.
Onodera?
Oh, yes, Lady I. Everything is ready for the new issue release party.
I've met the English voice cast. I was squealing inside. Really? I actually don't even know what the English sounds like because I watched it in a Japanese dub, or I guess English sub. Getting ramen with my friends soon. I had ramen today too, Zivius. I had ramen today too. I got tonkatsu ramen today and a onigiri rice ball to go with it. It was delicious. Hope you enjoy your ramen. Mommy, I'm making ramen for dinner with salmon. Nice. Do you, when you make like homemade ramen, like cup noodles, right? Or just, you know, instant ramen, do you go all out and add more stuff to it, right? You don't just eat the noodles with the MSG packets and stuff, right? You go a little bit more out, like you're eating it with salmon, so I imagine you're gonna make it a little bit more fancy. Add some green onions to it.
You are the one who organized the plans for this release party. In other
Yeah.
words, you are the team's fearless leader now.
Was gonna make it yesterday, but got tired and ordered Wendy's. Hey, Wendy's isn't bad. Wendy's is on the top of my fast food go-tos. That's my favorite. They make it with bok choy. Yep. Yeah, I actually wanted black garlic tonkatsu ramen today, but the place I went to didn't have any. So, who doesn't egg scallion and pork cutlet, right? Or just get some, you know, get some beef. Cut a few slices in there. Cupped ramen has too much sodium for me. I grew up on cup ramen, like just college days. I do have Miko Northina. Yeah, I do.
Besides, there's no need to be nervous. This project is destined for success. I feel quite optimistic about it. I shall specially grant you leave for the next couple of days, Onodera. please take the opportunity to have a good rest. After all, you will be very busy on the day of the release party.
Yes, Lady Yai. Thank you very much.
Arigato, Lady Yai.
All right then. Is everyone clear about their assignments? Good. We are running out of time, so let's get moving.
I'm creeping
Chop, chop.
around right now. You just can't see me.
Lurk while I attend back-to-back client meetings. Thanks for the lurk, West. Good luck with the meetings.
Hello, little ones. I take
Hi,
it you
Diva.
received permission.
How was your day so far?
Organizer you are! It's nearly time for the festival and you're still over here ramping things up for your light novel business! Shouldn't you be getting back to the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Yeah, I should be able to show you what I have so far in Northina, but I can't say I'm completely finished with building her yet, so what I have on her isn't final. Exhausted but alive. I don't know why. I'm exhausted but I'm tired. That doesn't make sense. Exhausted but alive. Well, that's good. Being alive is good.
My, such harsh words. It hurts to hear that kind of talk from you two. But as you can clearly see, I'm here working like a dog for the festival. Yet you say I'm not doing my job. Let me ask you, little ones. Whoever said that the festival must involve the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Huh? But isn't that a given? This is Inazuma after all.
Yes, that is true. But now that the Sokoku decree has been lifted, Inazuma is no longer the same nation that once resisted change tooth and nail. Therefore, rather than sticking to the same old traditional festival, the Yashiro Commission and I have decided to shake things up a little. This time, we'll be holding an international
Chunk gave you
cultural
a rough
festival,
night last night and couldn't get any
distinctly
sleep. Well, I hope you
Inuzuman, but with a
were able to get a
unique
nap in or
twist.
something today. She's lacking for me. See her on. I don't know what she's missing. Paimon still has the annoying voice, but she's in general getting better with her lines.
I suppose I should start by telling you the origins of the Iridori Festival.
I don't know. I think Paimon's fine. A lot of people don't like her
Legend
voice, but
has
I
it
think
that
it's
there were
okay.
5 poets in ancient Inazuma.
I still prefer the
who were
Japanese voice
supremely
over the
gifted in
English voice,
singing and
but
writing
it
poetry.
doesn't bother me like a lot of
They
people.
are known as the 5 Kasen. Every year, one of the 5 would present a collection of the group's poems to the shogun for review, which would then spark culture discussions regarding those works. Thanks to them, Inazuma's culture blossomed and gained great influence at that time. As time passed, people began creating various tales based on the 5 Kasen. The Iridori Festival was also developed as a result. To
How are you
showcase
trying to
those
build
shared
your
works,
Miko,
which so greatly
Northina?
enriched
Are you
our
doing like a
lives.
main DPS with charged attack, or are you trying to like just have her as this burst support?
Indeed. To describe it in the words of the ancients, it'd be refined elegance. Unfortunately, with the flow of time, people have gradually forgotten about the 5
She's higher
Kasen
pitched on
and
mobile, really?
festival,
Maybe she's
which is precisely why I've decided to revive the Iridori Festival by
the
holding a
mobile
cultural
speakers, unless you've
convention featuring
placed your
light
headphones and it still
novels.
sounds the same. I don't know.
But wait a minute. Light novels?
Please stop looking at me with those baffled expressions.
DPS?
In ancient times, poetry was all the rage, but nowadays the entertainment format of choice is light
For DPS, you could probably do
The important thing is not the
Thundering
format, but the
Fury
creative work itself. It's
with
impossible to come up with
gladiators.
anything fresh if you're stuck using some rigid format
Get
of
that
the
bonus
past.
electro damage and the plus 18.
Speaking of which, don't you think that the concept of focusing on the now perfectly suits the
And
current
then
Inazuma?
your typical crit rate, crit damage, attack
And
percent.
besides, it's a great opportunity to reintroduce
And
Inazuma
probably
all to
elemental
Venti
mastery.
light novels. As they say, it's 2 birds with 1 stone.
Would work for her if you're going that route. I'm not going that route with my Miko, so what you're gonna see from my Miko is gonna be different than what you're wanting.
Whoa, that was close. Paimon was nearly carried away by Miko's persuasive tongue. Come on, Miko. You can't fool us. We know you by now. This is all definitely stemming from your own personal interests.
I can't deny that my hobbies had no part to play in this. However, regardless of whether it's light novels or a festival, catching people's attention with a fresh concept is the essence here. Well, what do you say? Aren't you two even a little curious about what interesting things you might see at the festival?
Takoyaki, please.
Maybe a little. Oh, alright, Paimon's super curious now.
Come, let's pay a visit to the venue in Rito together. I promise that it will give you a whole new perspective on the festival. There we'll meet a special someone who will tell you more about your tasks.
Dade, who? Oh, we're getting teleported. I think Kaya is going to get benched to give my cryo 4-piece to my Ayaka, so I can build her and try Ayaka Shenhe Ayato team with either Venti or Kokomi in the last slot. Wish Miko would be viable, but she's really not for that team. I would put... You could put Venti in there. Get some crowd control. I feel like you don't need Kokomi unless you want the heals for them. Unless you want heals.
Mysticism uses thaumaturgy and martial arts to conquer evil. There are other means to the same end, but they are not the true way.
But this is my cryo bench team here, Diva. These are pretty much all my last of my cryo characters who are not friendship 10 yet, so I just put them together on the team. So Dione is the healer, Chonger is his main DPS, Kaya sub DPS, and Aloy is just Aloy. And then my cryo supremacy will be all friendship level 10. But yeah, my other team that I've been using is this team here. I would use Kokomi, Shogun, Miko, and Sucrose are really good. I could replace Sucrose with Venti too if I wanted to, but I wanted to play with Sucrose a little bit. Yeah, my Aloy's pretty good at the moment. I just don't have a great bow for her. I could give her somebody else's bow, but I'm just letting her use her Predator bow. I know it's not the great bow, but it looks great on her, so she has it. And then I have Venti on this team right now with Ningguang and Noelle. Alright, so Northina, let's take a look at what you got, right? So we'll go, this is what I have for Miko right now, and it's not what I want. It's legit not what I want. So these pieces are just placeholders essentially, but probably what I'm shooting for is either a 4-piece emblem or 2-piece Thundering Fury with Noblesse, maybe. But I'm just trying to get better stats. So whichever one gets better stats first, that's what I'm gonna go with. She's not bad with some Skyharp. I don't have Skyharp. Let's see. Northina, are you on my friends, Northina? I remember adding you, or didn't I? Low B, that's you, right? Can I? This is Northina, right? Northina. I'm gonna give you your nickname here, so I don't remember. So I remember you. Check. Oh yeah, we're at 90. Hence why I said you'll get one eventually. Eventually, whenever that may be. But right now I don't have one. Okay, you have 4-piece Thundering Fury. I would probably... Crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge. I don't think you need that much energy recharge for her. I think you should try to get more elemental. Personally, I think you should try to get more elemental mastery in place of the elemental the energy recharge. I heard 4-piece Thunder is good if you put her in a taser comp and stack them. She says she wants it to be main DPS, so I was thinking she could do 2-piece Thundering Fury and 2-piece Gladiators. But I'm more thinking of like her charged attack. Would be her charged attack is like her best thing, right? If she's gonna be main DPS. So yeah. So and then yeah, I would just like I would do that. This is just my opinion, you don't have to go with it. But and then you just want like I wish I could click into these easier. Like just focus, crit damage, crit rate, attack percent, and elemental mastery is my thing. So I don't know what the rest of her party is, but I'm just going off of what I'd want. Hey, yeah, Ella's on. Anyways, that's just my opinion. You can ask for Diva for her opinion, of course. But that's not what I'm going for. So I'm building her with burst support. So where am I going? I'm going to Rito. Oh, I found the other recipes. Diva. I don't know if you found the other recipes, but it's, you know, that old guy that's up here, the old guy with the restaurant that's like right here. This guy. I can't click it because it's in the way. This one, Chimera's. Yeah, the other recipes are there, I think, if you haven't found the new recipes yet. I would imagine you already found the recipes, but just saying it if you didn't. Yeah, this person right here had the sandwiches, right? Her, Ryoko, and the old guy up here at this restaurant had 2 more. He had 2 more. What were they? Oh, well, I guess I won't find out just yet. Ran into a cutscene.
During the Iridori Festival, the area around the Outlander Affairs Agency will become the main exhibition space for light novels.
And there should be one more. I saw that there should be 4
Not only will there
four
be
new
lots of
recipes
official and
total
fan-created work on display,
this update.
there'll also be exclusive giveaways, prizes, and new release parties. This small plaza in front of the International Trade Association will be called the 5 Kasen Plaza during the festival, and nearby shops.
Oh, one comes from the event
special light
reward.
novel
Okay,
merchandise.
maybe that's the one I'm thinking of, is the 4th one.
You won't want to miss out.
Wow. How should Paimon put this? It's definitely not your typical festival, but it sure looks like it'll be quite the party. Huh. Miko, what are these blank boards in the center of the plaza?
Yes, those are.
Pause.
Lady
Oh,
I did mention
ayato.
that there would be some reliable helpers coming to assist with the festivities. It appears she meant you two. At last we meet again, Traveler and Paimon. Tell me, how are you faring recently?
Oh, it's Ayato! Wow, so even a busy guy like yourself is here to attend the Iridori Festival.
Preparing festivals falls under the Yashiro Commission's scope of responsibilities. Seeing as Lady Yae has poured her heart and soul into the
Well,
preparation,
Northina asked,
I'm obliged to be equally
how do you do the taser comp? I wasn't really sure what you meant by taser comp, Diva, so I don't know if you could explain that.
We were just about to discuss the board
I assume
over
you just
here,
meant like Hydro
related
and
to our little
Electro
helper's
together,
tasks, so I'll let you give them a detailed
but
rundown.
just in case you meant something
Certainly.
different.
I assume you two already know that the Iridori
By taser
Festival
comp.
originated from the 5 Kasen. These 5 boards are here for painting their portraits. This Iridori Festival is not only the first major festival to be held in Inazuma since the lifting of the Sakoku decree, it is also an event deeply rooted in culture and the arts. Therefore, the Yashiro Commission has personally invited several cultural celebrities from other nations. For example, the artist we have invited to paint these portraits hails from the distant land of Mondstadt. The Yashiro Commission will arrange accommodations and food in Inazuma for each of the distinguished guests.
Yeah,
However,
I'm using
we
Kokomi.
fear that staying in a foreign land may
Kokomi,
feel
Raiden,
uncomfortable,
and
which is
Yai
precisely why
Miko.
It would be ideal to have someone familiar with both Inazuma and other nations of Teyvat to serve as a guide for our guests. I knew you would catch on. It is our hope that you would be able to guide the guests from the harbor to their residence at the International Trade Association, while providing any necessary assistance along the way. This arrival schedule includes the details of the ships on which the guests will be arriving. All you simply have to do is go to the docks at the indicated times.
Ah! 2 days before the festival, ships and guests, large passenger ships, bars from months, barred, singular probably should be, a guest painter, Calx, and his dependent, Calx, and his dependent. Wait, what's Calx? Diva, what's Calx? What's this? I don't know who this is. Calx? I can only think Klee. Oh, it's a pen. Oh, a pen name. But for an artist. Oh, okay. So I guess that's Albedo and Klee, right? It's gotta be. But yeah, I like how it says bards. I mean, I guess Venti can count as more than one bard. He's a handful. Second day, ship and guests, large passenger ship. Okay, calligraphers, painters, theater mechanicus players. Oh, is there like a professional league for this? That'd be funny. A guest writer, Zenyu. I guess that's another pen name. I'm having more trouble with this one for the Liyue one. Third day, we met Zenyu. I don't remember who Zenyu is then. Large cargo ship, one person on a third. Yeah, I don't remember who Zenyu is. I'm sure I'll be reminded if we meet them again. The day following the release event, ship guests, small passenger ship, two persons on the last day. They're all 8, 10, 9, 10. 8, 10, 9, 10. I don't think I need to know that, but just in case. 8, 10, 9, 10.
I have to meet with my editors, so I must be going now.
Bye, Miko. It was a pleasure.
Festival,
You're pretty as always.
Publishing house's editors will be staying near the Outlander Affairs Agency. If you run into any problems, you may find them there.
This festival requires the full cooperation of the Tri-Commission, and there are still many minor details which require my attention, so I must excuse myself for now. I'll leave the guests in your hands.
Okay. I'm sure I know all of them.
All the details we need about the ships are on the timetable that Ayato gave us. Let's
Okay, it reminds me.
and be sure to pick up the passengers according to the times written on it.
The following day at 6 to 8, it said, I believe. Bum, bum, bum. It's already been 40 minutes. I'm gonna be here for a while. It's a pen name for someone in Liyue, not hard to guess, remember. I mean, the only person I can think is Shincho, but I don't think he writes books. He only reads them, right? So I can't remember who writes books in Liyue. He wrote one for that contest? What contest? Oh my god, I don't remember any contests. I'm not a real Genshin fan, obviously.
There will be a ship arriving from Mondstadt.
So I guess it is Xingqiu?
The artist for the 5 Kasen portraits should be on board. The boat should be arriving soon, so let's head down to the docks.
Oh, there's a fishing spot here. Ah! Fake fans. I'm a fake fan. Yeah. I don't remember every little detail. I'm sorry. I'm fake. I need a... Flag. Fish. Oh, didn't say fish. Contest in the year every year. He uses a pen name to submit for it because of his death. So yeah, it's Xingqiu. Read a quest about delivering the manuscript. I don't remember that at all. I guess I never really liked Xingqiu that much as a character. Personally. I mean, he's a fine character, but just never enough to keep me interested for too long. So I guess I forgot a lot of things. I know the basic things, like he reads books, he likes books, and he's rich.
You must be here to take part in the Iridori Festival. We're the festival guides.
It's been over a
and we'll
year.
show you around.
Really? It's been over a year.
Yes, that's right. We are bards. from
Nice! Nice mustache, dude. That's... Yeah, your mustache looks like mine, where it only grows out on the sides and doesn't grow in the middle. I get the feels, dude. Props to you for keeping it grown. I have to... I think I look weird with it, so I always shave mine.
Word has it that Inazuma has undergone many changes.
Oh,
of
man.
late. We hope to find fresh inspiration here.
These guests are all bards, aren't they? Well, where's Tondef Bard then?
He's probably flown over everything and already drinking sake or something.
Strange. He's pretty famous in Mondstadt. Do you think he didn't receive an invitation?
Even if he was invited, there's a chance he still wouldn't show up.
Why's that?
Because he's an Archon, but I can't say that out loud.
Oh, Paimon sees what you're getting at. Even though Venti knows the rules over Mondstadt, he's
She
still
says
an
it for me.
If he came rushing to Inazuma at the first mention of a festival, it seem a little childish.
It's Klee! It's been so long! God, when you don't have a character in your party and then you see them in a cutscene, it's the best feeling ever. Because it's like, I never get to see you because I don't have you, and now you're here. Just so adorable.
Miss Honorary Knight, Paimon!
I'd give you my Klee if I could. We were just talking about Venti and how he's an Archon.
It's Klee! Were you also invited to the Iridori Festival?
No, Albedo's the one who received the invitation. But because everyone in the Knights of Favonius has been really...
I want to listen to her in Japanese because she's so much cuter in Japanese. She's cute here too, but I just love her Japanese voice so much more. Can we switch? I can't switch it mid cutscene.
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. After hearing that Inazuma was making preparations for the Irodori Festival, I predicted that I might run into you here.
Hi, Albedo.
Ha! Paimon knew it! Albedo's the one they've invited to paint the 5 Kasen!
It seems that you already know why I'm here. Just so you're aware, I'll be using my pen name in Inazuma, Calx.
Calx.
Oh, by the way, do you know where the
Short
International Trade
for
Association
calculus.
is? I'll be meeting with the editorial director of the Yae Publishing House there.
Yeah, the International Trade Association is where you'll be staying in Inazuma. We'll be heading there too.
Great. Let's get going then.
Klee, kawaii. I want to hear her Japanese voice. Sorry, just for at least a little bit. It's too cute. I go back to Japanese for a little bit, just for a little bit, just for a little bit. I was like, I mentioned back when she first was like announced, and they had the character trailer for her. I had it on repeat, just because it was so cute to watch. Kind of surprised you had it in English at all. It's a little bit easier to stream in English. I usually have it in Japanese when I'm not streaming Diva, but it's just a little easier to keep up with everything when I can listen to it and then also read chat, you know? Looking forward to the Klee banner coming up. Yes, I've tried to get Klee twice now in both her banners, and I've been unlucky on getting Klee every time. I'm pretty sure when I tried to get Klee last banner, I ended up getting Kaching in the 50-50.
道中クレイに稲妻の物語を話したのがまずかったか。そのせいでクレイはほとんど睡眠をとっていなくてね。その上ここに着いてからも元気が有り余ってずっとはしゃぎ回っている。
Nothing wrong with a little excitement. It's a festival after all.
山主任がまだ来ていないようだ。僕より早く着くと言っていたのに困ったな。
Uh-oh, a mystery is afoot.
実は編集主任と会う約束をしたのは5河川の詳細資料を渡してもらうためなんだ。資料がなければ絵の構想もうまくできないからね。
稲妻に来るまで自分が何を書くのか知らなかったのか。
You're Angie looking forward to a Klee rerun rivals that of Ella wanting Kazuha to come back? I don't care about Kazuha. He's great and all, but Klee is cute. I need to put her in my pocket and then take her out when I need to smile. You know, I need to laugh and smile. It's a bundle of joy. Gonna try for C1? Well, I wish you luck. They just want you invested enough and needy enough to get that wallet out, Kaboshi. I don't think I'll take my wallet out for Klee, but I still want her. I took my wallet out for Ganyu, and I took my wallet out for Ganyu's weapon. That's it. I don't remember if I got lucky with Shenhe, so I don't think I paid any money for her.
僕が知っていたのは5河川という名前だけなんだ。
Look at her.
とても古い人たちだから現在まで伝わっている内容が
What are you looking at, Klee? What are you looking at?
だから編集主任が僕のためにもう少し情報を集めてくれることになったのさ。
I probably spent more money on Ganyu's weapon than actually getting Ganyu. Weapon banners suck. I hate weapon banners. It's a lie. Weapon banners are a huge lie. I am happy they added like where you can choose one weapon or the other, and then you just need to keep pulling till you get it. But still, you need Yuemiya now. Yeah, congrats on Hayaka, by the way. Glad you got her finally. Weapon banners like me. How many 5-star weapons do you have, Zimius? You get another 5-star? How many do you have?
娯楽小説の挿絵を描いた時なんて原稿を船で送らないといけなかったから今よりよっぽど厳しい状況だった。先月なんか陳収集権録最新刊の姿の彩り祭先行販売に間に合わせるために最終章の
A Legend of the Sword would be finished for the Irodori Festival.
その挿絵は稲妻に着くや否や印刷されたらしい。だから僕は未だに完成品を見たことがないんだ。
お前の創作環境に同情するべきなのか、それともお前が天才だって褒めるべきか。
もちろん可能なら僕もできる限り早く資料を手に入れたい。そうすればより良い準備ができるからね。
I have 3 5-star weapons now: Skyward Harp, Wolf's Greystone, and Jade Cutter. Nice.
ここ数日は八重堂の編集者たちは音楽観察のあたりにいるんだったよな。
You have 15? 15? And 2 of them are refinement too?
Wakata. Klee, 君はもう長いこと寝ていないから、ここに残って休んでおいで。僕たちは用事が終わったら帰ってくるから。
You have 15 plus 2 refinement 2 5-star weapons. So you have a total of 17 5-star weapons?
わかった、アルベドお兄ちゃん。
Albedo Oni-chan?
クレイおとなしくしてるよ。
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 gold star weapons. None of them are refinement 2. I just sent them first money in game for more Venti. Venti is my fave, not counting Battle Pass and Welkin. Okay. Oh. Sorry, I left some bombs at your doorstep. Oh, okay. We're gonna tuck Klee in for bed. She needs to get her sleep. Do you think Klee or Albedo got seasick on their way here? Seeing as Klee's as chipper as she is, maybe she didn't get seasick, but I can imagine Venti getting seasick though. Maybe that's why he was on the boat. I just crafted a few of these banners in my teapot of Miko. Cute. Who's this though? Who's this person?
そのことを調べるため、すでに主任が向かっています。
なんだ？何か起きたのか？
They really need to finish their teapot maintenance. Yeah, I got like 3 characters who are maxed friendship 10 and I can't replace them.
気にしないで。うちうちの問題だから。何か用事でも？
平山編集主任を探しているんだが、どこにいるか知っているかい？
主任なら港口の倉庫に。
村田さん、お待ちを。失礼ですが、もしかして五河川肖像画を描きにいらした白亜先生でしょうか？
でしょうか。
私は黒田と申します。お見受けしたところ、五河川の資料についてお聞きになりたいのだと思うのですが、申し訳ございません。 今しばらくバンコク商会でお休みになってお待ちいただけます。
Do you know why it's under maintenance, Diva? What was the bug that they had to put in under maintenance?
別にそんなことしなくてもいいぞ。なんだか忙しそうだし、オイラたちで探しに行くぜ。
No one seems to know. Oh, okay.
それは
もしかして陳収集権録の最新刊に何か問題が起きたのかい？
どうしてそのことを？
He's a scholar, that's why he knows.
編集主任が僕に渡す資料について知っていた。
He's a gentleman and a scholar.
編集主任は約束を忘れていたわけではなく、
Okay. See, this is when English would be more beneficial for me. Because Albedo talks a lot.
編集主任には合わせたくないようだ。どう考えても僕が挿絵を担当した新収集権録に何かが起こったとしか考えられない。
はい。
Got him.
恥ずかしながら確かにおっしゃる通りです。本日の朝方、港口の姿の彩り祭倉庫に怪しい外国人がいるとの情報を受け、天領奉行が駆けつけました。天領奉行は貨物窃盗の恐れがあると倉庫を借りていたすべての方々に連絡しました。そして結果、倉庫にあった新収集権録の新刊がすべてなくなっていたことが分かったのです。
There's a thief. We have a thief on our hands.
お静かに。この小説は姿の彩り祭の最終段階で鳥として先行販売される予定で、しかも作者の陳玉先生も即売会に参加されるのです。
I was like positioned in a weird way because Mia was sleeping under my desk and I just realized she's not there anymore, so I can sit normally now. I don't know how long she's been gone, but I'm okay. I feel comfortable again.
深刻な事態だから主任はすぐに倉庫に駆けつけたわ。今窃盗事件とあの外国人の関連性を調べてるの。
なるほど。確かに新収集権録が予定通りに発売できないのはとても残念だね。
It's all theories at this point. Some think they might be upping the load limit. Load limit increase would be nice. Or fix the clipping issues, but no one knows for sure.
そういえば、
新収集権録の作者、陳玉って行く秋のことだよな。
彼を知っているのかい？
もし自分の小説がなくなったって知ったら、きっと悲しむよな。
Okay, well, sounds like we put Klee to bed, so she's not gonna appear for a little bit, I think. We'll just switch it back to English so I don't have to read every little thing. Let's go to the warehouse. Wait, I want to look at that banner real quick. Who is that person in that banner? This banner? Is that just the light novel? Okay. I thought maybe one person was Miko and there was somebody behind her, but it might be just a cover for the light novel. So, maybe fictional characters. Fictional character. Oh!
Festivals always attract so many people.
I want one. Can I have one of these? No, I am here for the statues. Can I get one? Uh-huh. Maybe we can craft those in the teapot. Oh! I saw Venti for a brief second. Ayaka. Oh, Sara is here too. They're having a standoff.
Why are you here?
I'm here on behalf of the Tenryo Commission, of course. Is that surprising?
No, Sara, Paimon wasn't talking about you. So, Tone Deaf Bard. The suspicious outlander in the warehouse wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Considering the evidence, it appears that the suspicious outlander is indeed me.
As I have told you, you are a suspect. Before your allegations of theft and illegal entry as a stowaway are cleared, you are to remain silent. Don't make me say it again. Traveler, Paimon, do you know this self-proclaimed bard from Mondstadt?
You can say we're quite familiar. We beat a dragon together, and then he got his butt. I guess we both got our butts beat by what's her face? Who's dead now?
Listen, Sara. Knowing him, it's safe to say that he wasn't behind the theft. But what's this about being a stowaway?
Although he claims to be a special guest for the Irodori Festival, he's failed to present his invitation letter. Therefore, we can only suspect that he might have entered the country illegally. And just a moment ago, we caught him in a dandelion wine crate near the Sailing Breeze.
After you finish all the storylines, you can buy all the new books. Nice, I'll keep that in mind. Venti, best boy.
If it would help shed any light on the situation, then please, be my guest.
I'm one of the weirdos who has read every book in Skyrim and stuff. Yeah, I'm not much of a reader. But to each their own. If you find enjoyment in those things, more too, yeah.
Oh, Venti! You didn't really come here illegally, did you?
Ouch, your words wound me. We've been apart for so long, and the moment we meet again, all I'm greeted with is grilling questions and suspicious glares. You arrived in Inazuma via similar means, or so I heard. You of all people should be more understanding, don't you think?
He's not wrong.
Similar means?
Oh, they don't know about it? I thought they knew about it already. I mean, how else would I have gotten here?
I merely jest. Fear not, for the person who sent me the invitation is none other than Kamisato Ayato of Yashiro Commission. It's unlikely that someone acquainted with the likes of him would ever be here illegally, right?
But why weren't you on the same ship as the other bards?
Well, once I received the invitation letter, I couldn't help but want to come to Inazuma a little early. It was then that I happened upon a cargo ship bound for Inazuma transporting dandelion wine. So, naturally, I decided to set sail with them. Once aboard, I found the captain to be a kindred spirit, and I was treated to an abundance of fine liquor along the way. I must have fallen asleep in the cargo crate while carefully comparing the tastes of dandelion wine and Inazuman sake. And when I woke up, I found myself in this warehouse with a Tenryou Commission General glaring at me from atop the grate.
Coming from Venti, this story is quite believable. But it still feels a bit...
Excuse me, I'm the owner of the stolen goods from the IA Publishing House, and there are some questions I would like to ask you. Based on what you just said, it seems you've been in the warehouse for some time now. If that's the case, did you happen to hear anything unusual?
Actually, I did hear some faint footsteps around me a couple of times, but I didn't consider the sound anything out of the ordinary.
Hmm? But if you clearly heard something, why didn't you feel it was unusual?
Oh, I seem to understand now.
Huh? What did you notice, Albedo?
When it comes to burglars, they are generally associated with prying or rummaging through things. What Venti means is that he did not hear anything unusual like that. As for the sound of footsteps, because this is a warehouse where many goods are coming in and out each day, it is quite normal for people to be walking around.
I see. But if that's the case, then we're back to square one regarding the stolen books.
No, not quite. From the facts that have been presented to us, we can draw at least 3 conclusions now. First, whoever took the novels is not a spur-of-the-moment burglar. They had their sights on the books from the very beginning. Second, the culprit was very familiar with the warehouse, and might even have a key. And third...
There must be more than one criminal involved.
Catch on, Traveler. One person couldn't possibly transport so many heavy books in such a short window of time. It must have been a team effort. It goes without saying that Venti clearly does not match up with our culprits.
Yes, I agree with your reasoning. Mr. Hirayama, the Tenryou Commission will continue by investigating the warehouse staff. If you come across any further clues, please notify us immediately.
Yes, understood. I'll leave it to you then.
I suppose I'm
Ito nanda yo.
Not so fast. Even though we've cleared the theft allegations, we still haven't ascertained whether your arrival in Inazuma was legal or not.
Aw, 'tis a shame. I thought surely after my honest account you might let me off the hook.
Sara's quite the meticulous one. So, where's your invitation letter, Venti?
Yes, the invitation letter. I'm truly sorry. I can't seem to remember where I may have put it.
How could you lose something so important?
Don't be mistaken. I was well aware of how important it was. But I didn't bring any luggage with me, and the letter was too big to fit in my pocket. So I kept it in my hand the whole trip. Strange. Though I had a little too much to drink, I know I kept it in a secure place. I even recall being most pleased at coming up with a good idea at the time.
If you were holding the invitation in your hand the whole time, then why did you put it down?
Well, to properly compare the taste of Mondstadt wine and Inazuman sake, I had to hold a glass in each hand. I couldn't both hold the invitation and a glass at the same time. But surely I wouldn't put it in just any random place. It could easily be misplaced.
In which case, I believe there's only one place it could be. Have you figured it out, Traveler?
Huh? You're way ahead of Paimon. Do you two already know where the invitation letter is?
Where would he put it? I would say his hat. But people put things in their shoes too. But I'm gonna go with his hat.
Ah, yes! I remember now. I knew you'd help me find it.
This is indeed an invitation letter issued by the Yashiro Commission. Now that we've confirmed this guest's identity, I have no further questions. However, starting tonight, I would advise you to stay at the International Trade Association. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be leaving.
Can you actually get that wrong? I just had a thought in my mind, like, any answer would be correct and they'll just go with it.
About Albedo's reference materials.
Mr. Hiroyama, I'm Calx. We had originally arranged to meet today.
Ah, yes, so you are Calx. I'm very sorry that you've arrived in Inazuma only to find such a mess. These are the materials regarding the 5 Kassen. All the information that we could find is compiled here.
It would seem I've been added to a group chat for the groomsmen of the wedding I'm going to. The groom wants me to introduce myself. There's 3 people I don't know in this chat, so I don't want to be the first to say hello. I'm gonna wait. What's this? 5 Kazen summary. About the 5 Kazen. Long ago. Who are you? I don't know you. Long ago, there were the 5 legendary poets in Inazuma. Supremely gifted in music and writing, they were honored as the 5 Kazen, meaning 5 fairies of singing and poetry. It is said that the shogun loved their works profoundly, and that every year one of them would go to the Tenshukaku and present their new poetry collection for the shogun's perusal. The 5 Kazen are known as Suiko, Aoi no Okina, Akahito, Sumizomi, and Kuronushi, respectively. But their real names were lost in history. According to a widely accepted theory, Tales of the 5 Kazen had once been repeatedly adapted and performed on stage, with the 5 characters each dressed in a distinct color: green, blue, red, white, and black. Over time, the theater goers started referring to them by these colors, hence the names we see today. Still, there exist other theories. For instance, some believe Suiko was named after his dwelling, a thatched cottage calling Suiko Hut. Some also say that the aka in Akahito was derived from the poet's habit of marking his works with a scarlet red seal. Aka is red, by the way. Hello, I'm Kaboshi. I'm a Vtuber and I play Genshin Breath of the Waifu. Breath of the Waifu. We need a clip of Shinhei just jumping. Yeah. Why? About the tales of the five Kazan. Everyone in Inazuma knows the tale of the five Kazan, and the stories referring to them once were all the rage in Inazuma. What is unfortunate, however, is that despite their popularity and abundance at the time, not much detail survived till today. Jiggle physics. Jiggle physics. Oh. Physics is nice. Whoever invented gravity should be rewarded. That is a joke. According to what am I reading? Where am I at in this? Most were probably lost during the Great Calamity 500 years ago. According to the existing literature, during the Golden Age, when many such stories were being created, they usually followed the same set of rules. The Apple guy. He didn't invent gravity. But I know what you're saying. I was just referring to this TikTok I saw of this like one chick. She was on like this podcast and she was like, what if gravity was just never invented? You know, we could have just... Could you imagine if gravity was just never invented by somebody? Then we wouldn't have jizzle physics. Jizzle? Jizzle? Giggle. I have lost interest. I know the five Kazan or five poets. Okay, I got it.
Let's see here. Yes, it's just as I had suspected. Monikers such as Suiko and Aoi no Okina aren't the real names of the five Kasen. Though there were once many stories regarding each of the five Kasen, the validity of their contents can no longer be verified in present times.
Everything would be like the old what is it, like Final Fantasy VII graphics where everything is a polygon, or like Tomb Raider. That's the way it would be.
But at the very least, we know that most of the stories were written according to a similar style, so there is still something we may glean from this.
So, is the info useful for your paintings, Albedo?
To some extent, yes. However, I must admit that it is still lacking and fails to fulfill the most crucial element: inspiration.
Imagine putting something in the air and it just stays there. Kind of like space.
However, it is not possible to gather.
But that's also gravity, right? Just lower gravity.
I did say that there are many variations of the story about the five Kasen, and everyone has a different story in their heart. So all you need to do is follow through with what's in your own heart and create something that you yourself find interesting.
Follow your heart. How cliche.
Thank you, Mr. Hiroyama. No need to worry. I'll find inspiration for the portraits.
Great. I'll leave it to you then, Calx. Oh, and there's one more thing I need to ask of everyone. Tomorrow morning, Mr. Genyu, the author of A Legend of Stolen, will be arriving in Inazuma by boat. If you see him, please do not mention the stolen novels for the time being. Whether the stolen books are eventually recovered or not, the IA Publishing House will do its best to ensure that the novel's release is a success. You have my gratitude. I'll be going then.
Well, seems there's nothing more we can
Here's
do
Venti.
here. Let's go. Huh? Venti?
for a moment? There's something peculiar that I think you should see.
It's like that question where it's those like trick questions that make people think, or they're too stupid to think about it. It's like asking somebody if they want 8 slices of pizza or 16 slices of pizza, and they say, "Oh, I can't eat 16, so give me 8." Or it's like the 60 miles per hour. How long does it take to get somewhere? Question.
What is it, Venti? A piece of paper?
Piece of paper.
Indeed. When I awakened to find myself in the warehouse this morning, I discovered this paper in the cargo crate where I was sleeping.
Oh, Ali. I know. Sorry. I know who Ali is. Just looking at my text messages.
I didn't think much of it then. I thought it was merely a scrap piece of paper that had fallen into the cargo. After a quick glance, I stuffed it into a place nearby. But on second thought, I think it's worth having you take a look at what's written on it.
5 Kasen's Splendor Suiko. Mine dwelling was far from the wider world, but for my fame, my peace was disturbed. In blue clad, I went before Tenshukaku to present our work, but Aoi's work was missing a page. Prince Ali. No, not Prince Ali. I knelt and begged from... I met him when I went to Indianapolis. Back then, last year. And I probably know the other 2 people too. That just haven't messaged yet. I just didn't know who they... I didn't have their numbers, I guess. 1 meeting down, 1 to go. You can do it, Wes! Gambare! Brick weighs a pound and a... Wait. Brick weighs a pound and a half, a brick. How much does a brick weigh? A pound and a half? Wait, what? Brick weighs a pound and a half. Oh, a brick weighs a pound and half a brick. I got it. That's like the other question. It's like, what's heavier? Wait, what was the question? What's heavier? A stack of... a 1 pound stack of rocks or a 1 pound stack of leaves? Or yeah, that one. That's that's another one.
Let me see. Suiko chapter. Wait a minute. Isn't Suiko the name of one of the 5
I haven't heard that brick one though. I haven't heard that brick one before.
The story told in this poem roughly boils down to Suiko getting tipsy and letting some poems that were meant for the shogun get stolen. Ah, this story sounds familiar to my ear. Where have I heard it?
Seriously? It's literally the same story you just experienced yesterday.
Oh, indeed it is. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes, I concur. The person who left this paper could quite possibly be the criminal, or even a witness to the theft.
Ventis, have you met him? I mean, I've met him before, but yes, I've met him again. He's here.
The one who left it here was a witness. Why didn't they attempt to stop?
And I found his invitation in his hat for him.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Meeting together in Inazuma like this is a most rare occasion. Since we've been busy from the start of the day,
since you've been gone, I cannot believe for the first time.
You just sobered up and you're already thinking about more drinks? And let's not forget that Albedo still has a portrait to complete. We don't have time.
I need more Klee in these cutscenes.
Fine. Let's all go for a drink together. It'll be my treat.
Oh.
Wait a minute. What about your portrait?
As I mentioned before, I'm the kind of artist who can work quickly. Once
He
I'm
needs
inspired.
inspiration.
And
Some
now,
liquid inspiration.
I found my source of inspiration. If I use a model as
Or maybe
reference for
Venti's
these,
inspiration.
we
Or
must
maybe
be
it's the
provided
paper
with
we just found.
recompense.
In that case, we'll
Haha,
need to order more
tanandayo.
dishes.
Haha, tanandayo.
One year,
Oh,
the poet
story time.
Seiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out.
That facial expression, though. I love it.
Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
I like how baggy his like shorts are in the illustration. His shorts should be that baggy.
You really came through, Albedo. You were able to complete the first portrait before the opening
Hey, Ray Cat.
ceremony.
How's your Wednesday?
Yes, it really is a sight to behold. Not only does it harken to the traditional style of Inazuma, but it also makes use of modern aesthetics. My figure is
I'm pretty good.
particularly striking, even
Had
if it
ramen
sounds
today, so I'm pretty happy.
I
And
still
some
feel
rice
it's
balls.
glorious as always.
Hey, don't get too full of yourself, Tone Deaf Bard. You were just
Now I'm just sitting through and playing through the festival for Genshin.
your next portrait.
'Cause I only have like 5 days left.
The Aoi no Okina of the 5 Kasen.
Albedo, might I suggest waiting a little before starting on the next one? Who
Is Klee gonna be the red
You
one?
might soon discover another story.
Another story?
I believe he's referring to the possibility
How's,
of finding another paper with tales of the 5 Kasen.
Takeshi's
According to the reference materials I was given,
pain.
we've only found the first
It's
of
a
a total
knee.
of 4 chapters.
Ah!
Think the mysterious
Thank you,
person who
Takeshi,
left
for the
the
100
first
bits.
paper will strike again?
That's so loud. That gunshot's so loud.
It certainly is a possibility. Also, there are some points regarding the stories of the 5
You're in
Kasen
pain? Oh, I'm
that
sorry,
leave me rather
Takeshi. Hopefully it
curious.
goes away
For
soon.
example, the reference materials make mention of 5 legendary figures, yet all the popular stories only consist of 4 parts. It appears that throughout all the stories, there is never a chapter dedicated to Kuronushi.
Yes, I'm also curious about these stories myself. But who knows? It may merely be akin to the
Ah.
saying in Mondstadt. Seeds of stories brought by the wind and cultivated by time. So for now, we need but just wait patiently.
Are you eating any delicious food to help ease the pain? Oh, so good. Thank you for the head pats. The Mondstadt bard Len is discussing poetry quite passionately with the Inazun poet Otomo. Hi. Yeah, some chick fillet. How do you eat your chick fillet? Like, I sometimes order the spicy chicken Chick-fil-A, right? The Chick-fil-A. I get the spicy chicken one. Sometimes I get the deluxe if I'm feeling fancy. And I smother that's sexual. I smother it with the Chick-fil-A sauce and then I eat it that way. Or if I'm feeling extra fancy, I get the deluxe, the spicy deluxe. I get the Chick-fil-A sauce, and then I also order a side of mac and cheese, and I put the mac and cheese on there. I can't order the deluxe because the lettuce literally makes me cry. Lettuce makes you cry? Why? Is it just... Wait, does lettuce make you cry in general, or just the Chick-fil-A lettuce? What's wrong? You hate it so much. Lettuce literally makes her gag. Okay, so lettuce in general, not just Chick-fil-A lettuce. I thought there was something specific about Chick-fil-A lettuce I didn't know about that makes you gag. Accidentally ordered a deluxe quarter pounder once and cried because it had lettuce on it, especially iceberg. Really? Well, couldn't you just take it off? Well, I know McDonald's usually shreds their lettuce, so that's rough. That's a rough patch to get off. But yeah, how did this begin? Why does lettuce make you gag? Is there a story behind this? Story time? Does a cucumber make you jump? Oh, it left shredded lettuce juice. I'm pretty sure that's just water. Lettuce juice. I don't like onions, but I just angrily rip them off my burgers. Why don't you just ask them to not put onions on it? Vegans make me cry because they stand against everything holy and sacred. It tasted like lettuce, hence lettuce juice. Well, to me, lettuce tastes like nothing. It just tastes like water to me. So that's why I can't comprehend. I can't comprehend. So it's just like lettuce is just there for like unholy water. It's just water crunch. I mean, lettuce is just crunch. It just adds texture, I guess. It never had flavor to me. So, just lettuce in general. Upon seeing the sights in a distant land, a vagabond cannot help but remember their home. It's disgusting flavor. Okay. I mean, I won't judge you. It's just, for me, lettuce just never had flavor, so I just don't understand. You can eat spinach though? Okay. What? Okay, are there any other vegetables you can't eat? Like, do you like Brussels sprouts? Do you like, it's just pesticides on a burger. Brussels sprouts? I like most veggies. TK hates most. I love Brussels sprouts. Nice, me too. Roasted Brussels sprouts. Radishes. I'm hungry now and I blame you all. Hey, I love food. Nostalgia. Upon seeing the sights in the distant land, a vagabond cannot help but remember their home. It would be nice to depict some things that symbolize this distant place. Take pictures of Inazuman regional specialties to get key inspiration. Okay. According to the poets, you can take pictures in specific regions after receiving daily themes to obtain inspiration. The more materials you obtain, the better you can help the poets figure out the more specific stanzas, thus helping them to complete their poems faster. I hate Brussels sprouts, also known as Satan's testes. Butterhead is good, actually. It's one of the rare lettuce I don't mind. I use it for lettuce wraps. Butterhead is the nickname we give. Well, Takeshi, this might make you happy. I went and got, my parents took me for my birthday this past weekend. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse. So all the meats, I had all the meats there, especially the picanha, house specialty. And I had a tres leches dessert. Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought that maybe he had another quest for me because there's a blue thing over his head. You're unable to use gadgets to take photos during this. Use take photo. Oh, okay. So I need to take pictures of 4 specialties. Tres leches. When I was a kid, I thought it was pronounced leeches. That would be an interesting cake. I love when meats are just all around me, surrounds me, baptizes me with their aroma, and showers me in their juices. That's one way to put it. One way to describe it. Brazil. There's one an hour away or so from me that has smoked pineapple. It's hands down the best pineapple ever. But you know what's funny? I saw a TikTok, you know, the whole like pineapple on pizza conversation. Someone put pizza on pineapple and it made me laugh. Like no one ever thought about it the other way around. It's probably worse. It's probably much worse. Such blasphemy. Sengonomiya pearls are distinct, right? Boy. Will it let me take the picture even though the pearls aren't there anymore? I hope so. No, it doesn't work. Haven't played this in months. How dare you not play this in months? We have a few churrasco places here. If you ever come, it's our treat. Oh no, I mean, we could. I don't know. Whatever you guys think is like. If I come to visit, I want you guys to take me to like local specialties that you like to go to.
Passenger ship from Lyra that we're supposed to meet should be arriving soon. Let's go to the docks. You know
If you ever come when you come.
board, right? So we should be careful
I'll
not to say
come.
anything about the stolen novels.
Someday. I'll go someday. You don't want local food? Local food? But Mormon bakery? Just like local restaurants, dude. Local restaurants. Things that I wouldn't be able to find where I'm currently am. Yeah, like a local sushi restaurant, you know, like a family-owned sushi restaurant or something like that. Ketchup and Jello? That's a combo. Or just your favorite places, you know? It doesn't have to be local, just your favorite places. The places you guys like to go to. Happens to your favorite too? Nice. I think there's stuff here. I'm here, but lurking while I bust through the event as well. Klee legit makes my heart melt. She's so cute. Me too. Me too, Ella. Me too. I need Klee in my life. I need more Klee in my life. Ah! Yo! Hey! Hackers, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Can we get a quick? Oh, you already got it. Thank you for the shout out to Hackers. Hackers, how was your stream? Where are you? Saints Row the Third remastered. Nice. I played Saints Row, the original one. It was a good time. How are you liking it so far? Thank you, Raiders. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Vix Picks Plays. And Kelly Ree, thank you guys for the follow. Appreciate it. My name's Kaboshi. I am a English VTuber who plays a lot of Genshin every Wednesday, and then any other streams are just kind of like guerrilla streams that kind of happen if they happen. But thank you for coming in. Appreciate you all. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. Every stream was great, thanks. Was doing some Saints Row with the legend Carnage. How's Genshin, my friend? Genshin's great. I'm far behind on an event, so I'm trying to finish it today. But I'm glad you guys are having fun in Saints Row. I remember playing Saints Row co-op too in the OG one. You excited for the fourth game? The fourth game that's coming out. I guess it's like a reboot. The Saints Row reboot. That'll be fun. But thank you guys for following. Thank you for the raid. I'm going to give you guys another shout out. Don't worry about my throne link. It's not working. But thank you guys so much. Kiwi KG, thank you for the follow. Trying to get through this one. Ready for the one. Looks amazing. Nice. Yeah, I played through all 3 games. It's crazy how much it changed. Like, the first game was kind of serious. You know, they were trying to compete with Grand Theft Auto, and then they just like totally did a 180 and started just going crazy with their mechanics and storyline and stuff. It's a lot of fun. Mormons aren't known for their food. They're known for their door-to-door advertising. Oh wait, I needed to take pictures of those. Oh, I'm being targeted. Uh-oh. I don't want to fight. I just want to take a picture. I can't take a picture in a fight. Okay, I guess we're fighting. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, Raycat to Hackers. Hackers, enjoy the emotes. Appreciate it very much. I hate fighting these robots. I just wanted to take a look at the pretty flowers, and you guys had to come ruin it.
Oh, so sorry.
All right. All right, now I can take the picture. I just want pictures of flowers. That's all I wanted. Thank you. Okay, I think I know one more place I can go. Oh, wait. I can take a picture of this. This works. Yeah. Hey, we did it. All right, now we go back to these fellas over here. All right, I'm gonna go try to nap. If you're still on, I'll be back. Have a good rest, Diva. You need it. You need it. Go get that rest. Come back stronger. Let's see. Over here. just noticed you're playing with Aloy. I am playing with Aloy. So the 4 characters I have in my party right now are the last of my Cryo Supremacy squad that haven't reached friendship level 10 yet. So I just kind of put them together and hopefully we'll get them all to level 10 soon. Wonderful. You have my thanks. Let me have a look. Oh my. I've never seen any of these. And this picture is wonderful. This is one of this one also seems quite noteworthy. Friend, your photos are a true inspiration. Many thanks. Now I have attempted to write several different stanzas according to the pictures you provided me. I am quite torn as to which to use. Zimius, thank you. Have fun, Kaboshi. Might see you later. Bye, Zimius. Thank you for the head pat. I'm quite curious, actually, if it were you, which one would you use? I'm not a poet, but let's see. The day I took my leave of loving, I found I loved all things again. When tired at last of seeking and striving, I heard again freedom's refrain. The radiant flowers abroad do bloom, their scent a novel, lovely strain. Of distant lands joys my heart with dissuade. The lamp grass under the distant skies gleaming. I like the first one. Yes. Yeah, I am a cryo supremacist. Would you got a problem with that? Oh. What, you too hot? You too hot to be cold? Ow! Hail Kaboshi. That's right. Praise me. Praise me more. Ah. Alright. What time did Rito Docs? It's time for the arrival. Oh. More people are here. Shincho? That was cute.
Hi there. You must be visiting from Liyue to participate in the Iridori Festival. We'll be your guides and we'll take you onto the island. Huh? Is it Paimon or have we met somewhere before?
Yes, in fact we have. I'm Shu from Feiyun Commerce Guild.
I got alert. Enjoy your cryo-orgy. Oh, I will. Don't you worry about that. Thank you for the lyric. Have a good rest of your day, guys.
The inventor of Theater Mechanicus previously came to the Feiyun Commerce Guild seeking investment. Although the guild manager was not interested, Master still wanted to support them.
You just can't see me.
We heard that they'd be demonstrating the game and letting people try Theater Mechanicus at the Iridori Festival. So the guild manager instructed Master and I to take the opportunity to come to Inazuma and investigate the product's potential.
Oh, speaking of which, where's the young master?
Master, he's,
seasick?
Oh, Xingqiu's just sitting there, sound asleep.
What? Oh. It's the Traveler and Paimon. I presume you're guests in Inazuma as well? It seems fate has destined our paths to cross once again.
Oh, we aren't actually guests. We're actually guides for the Iridori Festival.
How are you doing?
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too caught up in a novel on the voyage here. When I finally realized what time it was, the first rays of dawn were already peeking over the horizon. Yes, now that we've arrived, the Kanjo Commission will likely wish to inspect our invitation letter. Let's keep it in hand, shall we? Huh? That's odd. was a piece of paper underneath my bag. Strange. I don't recall seeing it there before.
Ooh, let Paimon have a look.
Oh, we got another page. Oi no Okina. Aoi? Aoi no Okina. Glorious court life was my youth, and my old age a moonlit haze. I had not wished to behave so treacherously, but my very life was threatened, so I sought out my old work and hid them in my clothes. I do not understand the reason behind all that has happened, only that the mysterious person's motives must be perverse. This poem was dedicated to Akihito, who, to my great sorrow, was banished.
There's no doubt about it. It's from the same series as the story we found before. Even the handwriting looks exactly the same.
The story you found before?
Oh yeah, in the warehouse down by the poem hunt competition. Yeah, that's it.
The poem hunt competition. Yeah.
Iridori Festival. Poetic stories about the 5 Kasen have been hidden in various places nearby. If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours, then there's a chance you'll become the model for the next portrait.
Wait a moment. So you mean that...
Uh-oh, he's onto us. Paimon, you're talking about making stories.
It's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
There's a chance of meeting Kelks in person?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You could say that.
Really? That's wonderful! I knew that Kelks would attend the Irodori Festival, but convincing my father to let me come to Inazuma was proving to be quite the high hurdle. I had to really rack my mind to come up with the excuse of evaluating the investment value of Theater Mechanicus. Just a few days later, word then came that Kelks would be busy painting portraits of the 5 Kasen during the festival. It is a most rare opportunity for both Kelks and I to be in Inazuma together, but it seemed he would be too busy with the portraits to meet with me. So, I felt quite disappointed for some time now.
Hey, Flava. Welcome in. Thanks for popping in with the raid, even though it was a few minutes late. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you're having a good day.
A Legend of Sword novel.
Ah, so you've already heard. To be honest, my works have drawn little interest in Liyue. However, the novels are selling quite well in Inazuma with the help of Kelks' beautiful...
How's Genshin? Heavy on the story right now. Lots of dialogue. I took some pictures. That's about it. I'm really behind on the current event in Genshin right now, so I'm trying to catch up. And it expires in like 5 days.
Beginning to get carried away there. Let us depart quickly now.
But it's good. I mean, I like Genshin.
Luckily, the idea of meeting Albedo managed to draw Shincho's attention.
Yeah, I got time. I took this week off from work, so I mean, I won't be playing Genshin every day, or as much as I am today every day, but I should be able to do it. I won't be able to stream everything, unfortunately. But boy, I'm motivated. We gonna get this done. Where are we going? Oh, we're gonna go meet Albedo in the plaza. Yeah. What have you been up to, Flava? You playing anything at the moment?
Traveler, Paimon, how are you? And who is this accompanying you?
Your biggest fan, apparently.
You must be Kelks. It's a great pleasure to finally meet you. I am the author of A Legend of Sword, forgive me. It's rude of me to introduce myself by my pen name when meeting in person. Please, call me Shincho.
And you
Shincho.
No, that would be most improper.
Why not? Seeing as we're both friends of the Traveler, it'd be more convenient for us to use our real names. Besides, we've already corresponded with each other many times before.
I've been out and about seeing friends today. Been playing a lot of Apex. Yeah, me too, actually. I've been playing a lot of Apex. I hit solo diamond 4 before the split, and right now I'm at plat 1, trying to get back into diamond 4. So I'll have more time to actually play in diamond this time around. We'll see if I can get out of it. I feel like solo diamond might be really hard to get to masters, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah, I don't have a squad to play with, so solo diamond it is.
You guys.
But Apex has been great. I unlocked Seer, so I've been playing a lot of Seer lately.
By the way, we happened to find a story from the poem.
Seer surprisingly helps me out a lot in solo ranked, because he gives me a lot of information that I won't get from my pub players. Can't trust strangers to give me all the information I need.
Huh? Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, I understand the story now.
I feel that. Stuck in gold still, got a long way to go before I'm back in diamond, but if I make it, I'm down to run some. Yeah, for sure.
Kindly explain it to me in more detail.
Enjoy the toilet. I don't know how to. We'll see you in a bit.
Well, about that.
Do you have other plans, Shinjo?
No, not at all. Speaking of dining, Shimura's unagi chasuke is quite delicious. Would you like to go there?
Ooh. Eel?
Unfortunately, today is a bit windy. How about Uyu Restaurant instead?
That's perfectly fine with me. But I must first unpack my luggage. Let's meet later at Uyu Restaurant.
Uwu?
Something didn't quite add up just now.
Huh? No way! Paimon thinks we acted well together.
No, Paimon, I'm not referring to us. Traveler, what are your thoughts?
Shincho was a little suspicious.
Shincho's suspicious? Hey, what are you two talking about?
Paimon, you read the poem, right? Although it may seem confusing to Shincho on its own, what if we read it together with a previous poem we found?
Read them together? Let's see. Suiko lost Aoi no Okina's poem in a drunken stupor. So, Aoi no Okina recovered the poem and gave it to some mysterious person.
Person.
Wait a minute. Could today's story be hinting that the one who stole the latest copies of A Legend of Sword is Shincho himself? No way! That can't be right! Shincho only arrived in Inazuma this morning!
And that is precisely the point of suspicion. If Shincho had only just arrived in Inazuma, how could he recommend Shimura's chasuke? Moreover, he didn't raise any questions when I suggested another place because of the windy weather. This means he knows that Shimura's is an open-air restaurant.
Are you saying that Shincho has already been in Inazuma for some time? And that he's only pretending he just arrived?
Yes, that is
I mean,
indeed
could he have been here before?
How could Shincho be the
At another time?
His mission is to fight for justice, isn't it? There's no way he'd do something against his own ideals.
Maybe he...
Calm down, Paimon. Even though this is the first time I've met Shincho in person, we've communicated via letters for some time now. I do have some understanding of his character. I think there must be some deeper motive at play here. The story also tells us that Aoi no Okina flees with a poem because of a threat.
Maybe he's trying to fix something in his books. He's not ready to release it yet. He made a mistake.
But given that Uyu Restaurant is indoors, it'll be easy for us to detect anyone following or eavesdropping on us. I think it should be safe for us to talk there. I'll be relying on your assistance to get to the bottom of this matter.
Got it.
Then let's head to Uyu Restaurant.
Let's go. bum, bum. Oh wow, look at all this. Oh, look at the fish flag, the kite things. Those are so cool. Everything's all set up. There's a kitsune stall with the foxes, the plush pillow. Ah! It's cute. I don't know what this... What line? There's... Oh, this line right here. Got it. I don't need it. Fanfiction? Fanfiction. Oh my god, they're writing some doujinshi stuff here. Fanfics. Oh my lord. Where am I going? That's quite a ways. To meet up with someone for lunch, that's quite a ways. Quite the trek. You're free! How'd the meetings go? Hopefully they weren't too bad.
I don't see anyone suspicious around. It seems clear for the moment.
That's a lot of damage. Vacation mode.
This whole thing's starting to make Paimon a little nervous. What do we do? And what do we talk about when Shincho gets here?
First, we must ascertain whether Shincha was already in Inazuma or not. If we can find evidence of him deceiving us, then we can use it as leverage to persuade him to tell us the truth. Since we're still waiting for him.
But fine, always get a little bit nervous when presenting. Oh yeah, that's normal.
See if you can learn anything useful.
That's normal. I would die if I was presenting stuff. I have meetings every morning at my work. We have a stand-up video call meeting where we just discuss impediments and or things we're working out throughout the day. But I'm never the only one presenting, so it's not too bad. Ah, we're here again. Lovely, lovely. Who are you? Utah, why are you here?
The last phase of the Irodori Festival is when they release the all-new publications. The one I'm really looking forward to is A Legend of Sword.
Legend of Sword.
That's right. A signed first edition is going to become quite the collectible. I gotta get my hands on a copy.
I've seen Genyu's signature before. His handwriting is super neat. He must be really diligent about his style.
He'll be there in person on the day of the release, so we'll get a good look at him then. I hear that he's actually pretty young.
Wait a minute. Did you just hear that? Not only will Shincho be signing novels at the release, but his handwriting is super neat?
What does that mean? Oh my god, look at all this food here for the taking. No one's in here. Just eat it all up. I see, oh. Like, I see another triangle.
Hello there, what can I get for you?
Hello there.
Hi, do you have any special recommendations today?
Why, of course. I'd personally recommend our freshly caught seafood. It's been pouring these past few days, so the fishing boats haven't been able to sail at all. But the weather finally cleared up today, so we have some fresh catch.
So the weather at sea has been bad these past few days?
It sure has. A few guests from Liyue were just telling me that their boat was heaving and rolling all the way here. They couldn't do anything but sleep the entire trip.
Oh, this might be some useful information.
Please talk to me if you want to order.
What should
Excuse
we
me.
talk about when Shincho gets here? Any ideas?
I will try to break the ice by talking about our work on novels and illustrations. If he really is hiding something, then he might feel even more nervous than we do. If we start by talking about our work creating novels, perhaps he will lower his guard.
Oh, come to think of it, Shincho mentioned that he'd like to thank you for finishing the illustrations on time. He said they looked amazing despite the time you had.
Is that so? That is also a very valuable clue.
A clue, a clue.
That was delicious. Inazuman cuisine largely consists of fresh seafood, which is certainly to my liking.
That's good. We were worried you might not have an appetite because you didn't sleep well. Now's our chance. Let's talk to Shincho and see if he says anything useful. Maybe we could start by asking him about the journey.
Talk about his thoughts regarding the journey. Talk about the fucking. Talk about the scenery on the journey.
Well, I've never embarked on such a long journey before. Though I was quite excited when we set off, the long days at sea quickly became most monotonous.
Speaking of the journey, did anything noteworthy happen along the way?
Well, to be honest, I spent most of the trip with my nose in a novel.
Well, that didn't tell us much. By the way, Shincho, what book were you reading on?
Might as well just go down the list, right?
Oh, I was reading a novel called Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was sent to me by my editor.
Didn't you feel dizzy while reading on the ship?
It was nothing I couldn't handle. Don't forget, I'm proficient in the arts of the Guhua clan. That being said, there were quite a few people aboard who felt seasick.
Well, there doesn't seem to be...
Talk about the scenery.
To be honest, there wasn't much to see. Just water all around, morning to night. The sheer monotony of the trip caused everyone to grow a little impatient.
But there was a storm, Shincho.
So, when the peak of Mount Yogo finally appeared in the distance as we approached the islands of Inazuma, everyone crowded the deck to have a look. However, the ship sailed along at a crawling pace. It took a whole day from the time we saw the mountain peak to the time we docked.
Paimon didn't catch anything suspicious so far. Oh, right! If it took an entire day to reach the docks, then it would have been pouring rain at the time they saw the top of the mountain.
We learned a couple of things from his account, but we still require more evidence. Let's discuss creating novels with Shincho.
Speaking of illustrations, Albedo, I've long wished to express my sincerest gratitude for providing the illustrations in my novel. My novel didn't sell well in Liyue, so I must admit that I had some reservations regarding its potential. Yet you've consistently managed to select the most important scene of the chapter for your illustrations. This made me feel as though what I was trying to express could be understood after all.
Thank you. However, I took some risks in the illustrations, so I'm feeling slightly uneasy myself. Light novel illustrations are typically
I feel like I'm watching a manga show.
I adopted
What's
a
it called?
different approach in the illustration for the last chapter.
Well, that scene was intended to depict the change in the world.
Like an
so I thought it
anime
very
show
fitting to
regarding
draw
making
only
like
scenery.
anime or manga.
Doesn't sound like anything suspicious has come up so far.
No, there was a crack in his alibi. My illustrations were sent for printing the moment they arrived in Inazuma. So, logically speaking, there's no way he could possibly know what the illustrations look like. Shincho, we have something very important to ask you now.
Oh? Why the solemn looks all of a sudden? Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Okazaki told us earlier that actually the weather at sea was very bad these last few days. So when you said that everyone came running to the deck to see Mount Yogo, that couldn't have happened!
On top of that, the latest installment of A Legend of Sword will only be revealed at the Irodori Festival. Even we, the creators, haven't received a sample copy. If that's the case, how could you know what my illustrations look like?
Well...
BAM! Caught red-handed.
Jigs up, Shincho. You were already in Inazuma before today, weren't you? Are you in some kind of danger but can't tell us the truth? Don't worry. The Traveler and Albedo are no pushovers. We can help you.
No, please. You misunderstand me. I suppose my lack of sleep is inevitably taking its toll on my mind. I didn't notice for a moment that you were testing me at all. I did in fact come to Inazuma early to handle some things. Let me consider how to explain this. Oh, this is most embarrassing.
Oh, well, this isn't a coincidence.
Oh my god, the light changed when Venti walked in. A god has been presented to us. We are in the presence of a god. Wow. That was crazy.
Tone-deaf bard, what are you doing here?
I heard that the owner of this establishment has some fine-aged wines. I didn't want to miss the opportunity to taste them.
Paimon knew you couldn't possibly be up to anything good.
Says who? In fact, I come as the bearer of good tidings. I just bumped into Sara a moment ago. She said that the Tenryou Commission has apprehended the criminal who stole all those copies of A Legend of Sword. You needn't worry about it any longer.
Like he just told Chincho.
Huh? The criminal who stole A Legend of Sword?
Did I say something I shouldn't have?
Oh no. The person they apprehended. Was it by chance an editor named Onodera?
Apologies, Sara didn't mention a name. But I saw her taking someone toward Hanamizaka.
Everyone, it's too late to explain. We must make haste and rescue Onodera.
Wasn't Onodera an editor for Miko too? Didn't she task him with something? I forget what though. I guess we'll go find out. Speaking of, I think I have enough to create all my condensed resin now, so we'll just do that real quick so I don't forget. Come on, all the way. Have you been playing a lot of Apex with your time, Love? I've played maybe a couple hours a day, maybe. Last night I made it back to Platinum 1, and I'm almost. Uh-oh.
The scourge of evil,
Ah! Why did Diona also drown? The heck? I made it back to Platinum 1 and I'm almost back into Diamond 4. Yeah. I've decided to not stream it too much because I get so focused in Apex that I just don't talk as much. I found out when I'm playing Apex. I would like to stream it, but it may not be entertaining for other people.
Oh, so you must be the author of A Legend of Sword. I didn't expect to see others tagging along with you.
Anyway, you mustn't take him away. I can explain everything.
No need to worry, Genyu. I've just explained everything to Madame Kujo, and Kuroda has testified for me.
Yes. In fact, we were just getting ready to leave.
Oh, phew. What a relief. Wait a minute. Does everyone else here already know?
Well, to be precise, we had dispatched 2 additional squads here, in order to prevent the suspect from escaping.
Shinjo looks pretty flustered. What exactly is going on here?
Though it's most embarrassing, it appears quite a few people are aware of the situation now. There's no use keeping it a secret. In the end, I'm the one responsible for this whole predicament.
No, Genyu. It's only appropriate that I take responsibility for this. Everyone, please let me explain. For the Iridori Festival, I recommended the idea of selling newly released novels signed by the authors. Not only was this the first major project I was in charge of since joining the Yae publishing house, but Lady Yae also gave me a lot of support. However, I did not discuss our plans with the authors in advance. As a result, it caused a great deal of trouble for Yu.
Yes, to be frank, calligraphy is not my strong point, so signing events are really not my forte.
Even though such an event will be difficult for Yu, after telling him how important the plans were to me, he immediately boarded a ship to Inazuma to come up with a solution. So these past few days, Yu has been actively practicing his handwriting. However, it takes time to sign each book, and we realized the time we reserved for the signing was not nearly enough. So I came up with the idea of moving the new books from the warehouse to my place. That way, Yu could use these few days to sign them all. I thought everything would work out without a hitch. I never expected that someone would immediately realize that the books were missing from the warehouse. To make things worse, I was on vacation and staying with Yu in my house these past few days. I had no idea that the situation had turned into such a huge mess. All of this happened because I wanted to prove myself through this event.
Onodera, I agreed to your proposal because I didn't want the readers to know of my unsightly handwriting. Also, I knew that Onodera had been misled by one of my prior signatures. At a previous event, the Yae Publishing House had
Xingqiu does have bad handwriting, huh? I guess I forgot about that.
I practiced tirelessly
When they were talking about how he had a nice signature or whatever.
Signature for the event. But looking back on it now,
But maybe that's part of the uniqueness of his signature, of how bad it is. It's unique to him.
Come on, you two. Loosen up a little. The theft was nothing more than a simple misunderstanding. Besides, everyone has something they do not wish others to see.
Yeah, that's right. All that matters is that Xingqiu and his books are okay.
Onodera, I think you should explain the truth regarding the stolen books to the rest of the people on Rito.
Yes, I understand. I'll apologize to everyone.
We should probably be heading back to Rito as well. Let's tag along.
Pew. All the way back to Rito. You. Still need to do 4 bosses. Go collect my furnishings. I remember that. I have to go to the restroom soon.
Onodera?
Oh no,
What are you
Dara.
doing here? Aren't you supposed to be on leave these few days?
I'm very sorry for all the trouble that I've caused.
Yes, Onodera, but why didn't you tell everyone earlier? If you had told us, we could have thought of some ways to help you.
That's right. We're a team, and we should be helping each other in tough situations like this.
She looks too angry for that line.
Our first priority is to help Yu with his signatures. How is your progress so far?
My progress is not what I had hoped for. Even after working through the night these past few days, I've only finished perhaps 1/10 of the signatures.
Oh, no wonder Xingqiu looked so sleepy today.
I understand. Murata, go back to Yae Publishing House and get Aratani to book a room on the 2nd floor of the Uyu restaurant. We'll be using it for Yu's emergency calligraphy lessons.
Yes, Mr. Hirayama. It just so happens that my brother is a calligrapher. Should I ask him to lend his assistance as well?
Yes, good idea.
Oh, they had one of those lucky roller things. Gamble, where if you get a gold ball, you get a prize.
For it now.
No need to worry, Yu. I'm sure you can do it. Didn't you finish the last chapter of your novel in just 1 week's time?
Yes, but writing novels and learning calligraphy are 2 entirely different skills.
Even though Xingqiu still has to deal with his handwriting issue, Paimon somehow feels a little relieved now.
I always used to prefer working alone in my workshop, but I've come to realize that solving problems with others also has its merits.
We also owe a special ode of gratitude to the mysterious person who has been leaving important info for us along the way.
Huh? You mean whoever left behind those stories about the 5 Kasen?
Pardon me, but what are you talking about?
Oh, Right. We haven't had a chance to explain things to Shincho yet.
I see. It appears that Onodera and I were spotted when we were moving the books. Albedo, may I ask you one thing? Are you able to include me in a portrait as well? Not only do I owe the successful resolution of today's incident to that story, but I also hope that I'll remember this lesson.
No problem. Considering the similarities between the portrait and the events that have taken place, your proposal is very reasonable.
Please be mindful of your personal safety at all times.
That figure was none other than
Wow.
This turn of events had begun with an unnamed
I like his outfit.
under whose coercion Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akahito.
Yeah. My biggest complaint about Shincho's design is his boy shorts. I want him to have, like, I think that outfit he has right there in that picture would be great. Would be pretty elegant with like his sword fighting skills.
Wonder how Shincho's calligraphy training is going at Uyu Restaurant. Hey, do you think whoever left those stories for us could be hiding somewhere nearby? Oh, hello? Mr. Storywriter? Are you here? Could you please help Shincho with something? He's a friend of ours and the release of his new book is super important to him. Oh, what's that sound?
There's a cat.
It was just a cat. Looks like we can't make them reveal themselves that easily. It's getting late now. Well, let's go back and get some rest. We still have to go to the docks and wait for another ship tomorrow morning.
I don't know those legs. Whose legs are those? Okay. I need to stand up and stretch for a moment and go to the toilet myself. I'll be right back. Yeah, it was behind me. Sorry, Mia. Oh, I'm back. Shua, do the thing. Hello, hello, hello. Cute bean. I know Thina is still here. How's it going with Genshin on your end? Ugh. Theater Mechanicus Stage of Brilliance. Nizuma Komakata is promoting the latest version of Theater Mechanicus during the... Okay. Oh, I was away. I just got back from driving my friend to work. I'm gonna listen to you and do some work. Oh, okay. Have fun with work. Alright, we'll do this next. I won't. Well, I hopefully hanging out on stream while doing your work makes it a little easier. Are you enjoying the festival so far? Feel like I haven't done much yet in the festival, to be honest. We took some pictures. Who is this? Who are you? And so far, it's just been story, a lot of dialogue and story. Welcome back, Almighty Shogun. What? This is the most unique NPC I've seen. She has little kitsune ears. Are those real? If you have my cute voice to listen to, I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I love all the all the events that are around, and you can do stuff. She's playing a character from one of the novels. I can see that, but I was just wondering if her ears are real or not. Probably not. Hello again. I kind of am not interested in doing Theater Mechanicus. But if I have to, I'll do it. I'm gonna skip the dialogue. How are you enjoying the festival, Shua? If you've done it, do it for the primos. Exactly, do it for the primos. During Theater Mechanicus Stage of Brilliance, each stage has its own special stage features. Plan accordingly. Same stuff, right? Can't imagine they would change it too much. Enter the Horde. Show of force. This is new, I think. Modifies Infernal's basic attacks to higher damage. How many can I equip? Oh, these are the points right here, and then that's the max. Got it. Normally, I like to stack Hydro and Cryo, but that doesn't seem like I get that option here. So, upgrade Infernal's attack and detection range. Modifies basic attack to higher damage flares. We'll equip those two. And do that. That. And I can do 110, I guess. It reduces all skill elemental cooldown. Reduces the shutdown cooldown. When defeating opponents by dropping them, the Beneficus points obtained increase by 100%. Here's the maximum number of... Okay, do that one. Duh. You love it? It's the epic crossover I didn't know I needed in the new lore. Oh my god, you have to see the festival to the end. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm very far behind on the festival. I literally just started today and there's only like 4 days left, so... I'm gonna be spending a lot of my time today going through it all. But yeah, I do enjoy the crossover. I do enjoy that we're finally getting some interactions between characters from different regions. I think that's something that's hasn't really happened too much. So I think that's fantastic. And we need more of it. I need more Klee, to be honest. I need Klee to interact with more people. But anyway. Oh wait, what? What did I just do? We're gonna bring Kokomi.
Take heart. Victory will be ours.
Well, I don't really need heals. I'm gonna bring Mona
This is
and Ganyu
What are my orders?
and who else? Changyu maybe.
Time for some training?
Let's try that. Razor's not gonna do anything. I don't think Razor's gonna do much. Oh. I don't know what these are. Do I have to... I can still construct things, right? We got some winds. Banishment? And we had a bridge right there, it looks like. I really don't know what to expect because I didn't really look at the enemy listings either, so we're just gonna wing it. Just gonna wing it. Freeze!
Next on the agenda.
Tower defense. Yeah. I mean, I like this to an extent, but I also don't want to be doing this the whole stream, you know? I'd rather do this off stream since it's not really anything new in terms of gameplay.
We're way behind schedule.
Oh wow, the cooldown is really long, huh? Should be okay. I don't think I'm gonna need to draw the bridge down or anything. It's time consuming, I'll say. Yeah, I agree. Oh, those guys are fast. Okay, let's do this right here. Oh, he's dead already. I was expecting a more difficult. Ah, what got through? No. Ah, well. A runner got through. Ideally, I want to get through all the story stuff as much as I can. This is the last one. Nope.
Delved into destiny.
Nice. Is that a gold? Is that a gold? You get gold? Obtain a score of 1500 and enter the horde. 1500. Okay, so I well passed 2500. And then I gotta do enter the horde. Okay, so we'll save the rest of these off stream. I don't think I need to go through all these right now. I would like to unlock this one. You must complete a new painting. A new painting in pale scarlet. This one. Okay. I want to keep unlocking these panels as much as I can. Welcome to Theater Mechanicus! Where are we going? I don't see it. Oh, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Today or the next day? I don't. It's probably today, right? I chose 10 o'clock, not 7. I just got Sayu Pog. Nice, congratulations. Sayu is pretty great. On the following day. Is she worth building? If you need a healer, yeah, she's worth building. She's fun to use too. She's like a little Beyblade. But yeah, she's okay. She's not like a DPS character. She's definitely more of a support. If you need support, a support character with some healing, she's good to have. It's 7 o'clock the next day, it said. So here. Like a little flying squirrel. Yeah, kind of like it. He's pretty great. The Tanuki. She's a sleepy ninja.
It's already time for us to be at the docks. Let's go!
Depends. The thing is, she does get outclassed here and there, but she's not bad. If anything, she's fun. Fun size too. Yeah, there are definitely better healers than her for sure. But if you're still lacking, like, if you don't have all the characters, she's fine to have. For me, specifically, I'm only using characters that I haven't really gone to friendship level 10 yet. So that's my main reason, where like Barbara, all my healers essentially are all friendship level 10 except for Sayu and Kokomi at the moment, I think. So those are my 2 healers in any squad that I make right now.
That figure on the wharf. It looks like Kazuha.
Ah, it's Kazuha. Like, Gina's a better healer, Sucrose, Venti, and Kazuha better swirlers. That's true. But if you don't have those characters, it's fine. Kazuha!
Greetings, Traveler in Paimon. I heard there would be guides for the Iridori Festival, but I didn't expect it would be you two.
We didn't expect to see you either. Returning as a guest for the Iridori Festival, no doubt.
I was a little surprised myself when I received the invitation. But after wandering the outside world for so long, it's good to have an opportunity to return to my homeland.
These days I'm opting for more Sayu because she can swirl more frequently and heal at the same time, but only if you're melee. Yeah. And she has a nice passive where like mobs don't detect you, or not mobs, but you know, like collectible things like crystal flies and stuff like that.
I could tell they were not footsteps of a regular passenger. But by the time I turned around, the person had already disappeared. I only heard a splash come from below the pier. Even though I didn't manage to catch a glimpse of them, I found this strange piece of paper by my feet.
Yeah, so I mean, if there's a group of crystal flies and you collect one, then they'll start running away, but they won't initially run away if you walk up to them like they normally do. Because she's a ninja.
It's almost hard to believe such things could happen. Sure, here it is. Please, have a look.
Okay. Akahito. Long have I been famed, and since my youth I had great ambition. I stamped every new verse with a scarlet seal, and thus was I known to all. But last year, when we presented our verses, mine was found to be taken from poets past. For the theft and deception I was banished into the wilderness. The 5 radiant lights never shall be again. Ah, how the tides do shift. They don't fly away, they run. Same difference. And she's a Claymore user, so if your team don't have an answer to Geo's shield, she can be a field temporary just to take down shields. That is true.
Last time, Aoi no Okina's poem ended with a reference to Akahito. And sure enough, this is a story about him. Story this time basically says that Akahito got his name from his love of red seals. However, the Shogun discovered that he had committed plagiarism, and he was soon exiled. Well, if Paimon were to rate today's story, it sounds pretty unfortunate.
I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with this story. I too was once wanted as a criminal by the Shogunate, so I'm not all that different from Akahito mentioned in this story.
But according to the story, Akahito was exiled by the Shogun because of his wrongdoings. You did nothing wrong, Kazuha. Huh? Traveler, what are you thinking about?
The seal mentioned in the story. Maybe it can help Chincho.
Ah, by the way, you mentioned that your friend has been struggling because he's unable to sign his name quickly, right? In Liyue and Inazuma, there is a saying, that which has been stamped has also been signed. Perhaps using a seal could be a feasible solution. While sailing at sea, I sometimes carve things to pass the time. If you wish to create a stamp for his seal...
I was thinking about this earlier, but I wasn't sure about saying it out loud. I was like, how long would that take to create a seal? When you only have like a few days. But that is a better idea, to create a stamp of his signature and then just stamping his signature in all the books. So that is more efficient and less taxing. Splish splash, we're taking a bath. Wow, 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 wow. How far do I have to go? Okay. Just making sure it's not in the other city. Albedo!
Albedo, we figured out a way to help Shincho.
Interesting. A story of the 5 Kasen appears again, and with a timely solution. Stamped seal, huh? Let me think.
Oh, Albedo couldn't use his alchemy to create one.
If we use a stamp, then Xingqiu won't have to struggle with his handwriting anymore. However,
Another
since
problem.
Xingqiu's signature has been previously revealed to the readers, it would seem insincere if he only used the stamped seal for his new books. But I have another idea. Using a seal is a part of it, of course. Let's go to Ouya restaurant now to discuss my idea with everyone.
Just make like 5 renditions of his bad handwriting. I think that would work. No one would know. Now we gotta go back to the restaurant. Definitely to the travel this time to the waypoint. Definitely not walking that one. No, sir. Splish splash, I was checking a brain. Could you imagine just living in this town or city and you see just some girl walking up the path doing this? I mean, it could be Ayaka. She does the same thing essentially. Upstairs. Into the private room. Oh, look at all the books. I wanted to look at the cover.
Yes, that's it, Genyu. Your writing has greatly improved today, which means yesterday's intensive training was effective.
Oh God.
My apologies. but I simply can't do it anymore. My hands are so sore that I can't even move them anymore. I should have known better than to read novels during calligraphy class.
You just had a 10-minute break. Come on, you can do this.
When it comes to pushing a deadline, there's no one more brutal than Mr. Hirayama.
No wonder Lady Yai would always send the editorial director to handle troublesome authors.
Whoa, this is getting scary. It hasn't even been that long. And she's
Imagine how you got first discovering her special sprint as a kid, and that's how she ran around town. Yeah, she'd be freezing everything around town.
Might just solve our dilemma.
All the ponds and fountains would be frozen.
Seals are widely used as the equivalents of a signature. If we
But hey, free ice.
the author's seal on the books, then we could make the signature process a lot easier. Of course, a seal on its own is not enough. So, I propose that each signature consists of 2 parts. First, we'll use a personalized seal. We can simply carve one using Chenyu's signature as the design. In addition, I'll also design a simple but elegant pattern that's easy for Chenyu to write. That way, he will only need to draw a simple pattern on each book.
Let me think. Alright, I think that would work. Not only does it still involve the author's own handwriting, but the results will be very beautiful as well.
Sorry. So I was reading this, right? As he was saying it. He's like, all right, I think that would work. And when I saw the word not, I thought he was gonna do one of those not jokes. I think that would work. Not.
What you mean to say is, I've been saved from this predicament?
Mr. Hirayama.
That's such an early
The reason
2000s kind of
we gave
thing
up on live
too.
book signings previously was because it would take too long for the author to sign each book.
That seems like a good idea. Not.
This proposed method, we might have enough time to do signatures at the live event. And if all the authors sign their books in the same fashion, then Genyu's signature wouldn't look out of place.
If you think it's feasible, I would certainly be happy to design signatures for the other authors as well.
Yes, and you may leave carving the stamps to me.
In that case, I shall contact the other 2 authors participating.
Kazuha's such a good dude. He has nothing. He has no part of this book shenanigans, but he's willing to help carve signature stamps. What a stand-up guy.
The name is quite complicated and isn't suitable for signing events. However, if we implement this new format, then it'll be a dream come true for me as well.
Great! Looks like everyone's on board with the idea.
I'm sorry to have kept you busy for so long, Genyu. Please, take the next few days to have a good rest. We'll handle everything from here. The books that Genyu already
I'm gonna
signed
go
will be
read
used
more
as special
books.
prizes in future events held by the Publishing House.
Just what he's thinking right now.
We did it. The event is saved.
Not yet.
Thanks to everyone's
I would
efforts,
imagine
Onodera
not quite
and I
yet.
are finally free of that mess.
That's right! You're finally free, Xingqiu! Maybe you should step outside for some fresh air.
I'm gonna look at the book. Oh, okay, it's those 2. Saw that on the one of the flags. Oh, she's clapping. She's clapping. She likes it. She is a magician after all. She likes getting wet. You know what? I was thinking about that. I was thinking about saying something along the lines of that, but I didn't. I'm glad you did, though. Thank you. People got upset with me when I mentioned people getting wet. Ayaka! Hanging out with Venti.
Oh, it's Ayaka! And Venti! That's an interesting combo.
I was just going to the festival venue to prepare the Ikebana lesson when I found a strange piece of paper on a flower stand.
I didn't say anything, Northina! I didn't say anything. Somebody else did. Okay? I didn't say anything. Promise.
This bar just happened to be close by at the time. He informed me that you've also found similar papers recently. As such,
Still blame me. I didn't do anything.
But the paper she found isn't quite the same as the ones we found before.
Here's the paper.
Oh, two papers in one quest. Oh, fancy. The Five Cousins Splendor is Sumizome. I submerged the verses into clear water and truth did emerge. This one's short.
Huh. All the poems we found before were roughly the same length. But this one is only 2 lines.
That's what I said.
And even though there are only 2 short sentences, neither of them are next to the title or centered on the page. The position of the writing seems to indicate that there is other content written on this paper besides these 2 lines.
If we take the poem literally, it reads, "Dip this paper in water and see the truth naturally appear."
Oh, a secret
Speaking
paper.
of which, I have an ancient text at home, specializing in ancient and exotic stories. It mentions a special ink that will show itself when wet and disappear when it's dry.
See? Northina? Special paper when wet.
So, shall we give it a whirl?
Oops. We gotta get this paper wet. Uh-oh. I get a tattoo with that ink. Invisible ink that only shows up when it's wet. That's like there's a TikTok going around where people were like writing things in the same color as like the coffee, and so it like didn't, or I don't know, it was something, they wrote something and it didn't show up till like liquid came through, or there's like mugs like that where it's like heat related, right? Some things don't show up till the mug is hot. Oh wow, look at, it's the Avengers shot. Look at this. I feel like I'm low-key right now, and I just got beaten by all these characters. This is such a moist stream. Kaboshi's stream keeps you hydrated.
Let Paimon see what it says.
So like, will it show when I get wet? So like if some hot person passes by and I just manifest tattoo. Oh yeah, going over his poetry, I found that the plagiarized piece did not have his scarlet seal. I submerged the verses into clear water and the truth did emerge. The true verses were not washed away, but the text of that despicable crime faded. Aoi no Okina passed by me just as he was writing a verse for Akihito. One storm had yet to settle, and it was already time to write a new poem.
Story says that after Sumizomi got the collection of poems from Akihito and put them into a stream of water, the plagiarized words in the poem became blurry. Huh? Why would that happen?
You see, Paimon, in the past, when printing was not yet well developed, handwritten text could easily become smudged in books when exposed to moisture.
Moist.
The text lasted longer.
Sure.
Either write using a special ink or coat the paper's surface with a waterproof coating once the writing was finished. Such special inks are time-consuming and laborious to produce.
Did you guys know if you go to like
just as difficult.
a wing place,
Since Akihito's poetry collection was
let's
an
say
important
Buffalo
feature
Wild Wings for
presented to the
example,
Shogun,
you can make a special request for your wings. You know, if you ordered wings and there's a sauce you wanted, you could ask them to make it wet.
but the words would also
Make your
be
wings
different
wet.
when exposed to liquid.
That is a request you can make. And they just put extra sauce on it, so it's extra saucy. You know that? It's not, it's used in a lot of places.
Which means Akihito didn't plagiarize his work. He was set up.
It was a setup.
Yes, it appears that this is the truth that Sumizome's story is trying to convey. Although the story is saddening, I've decided on the subjects to use for Akihito and Sumizome's portraits. Kazuha, Ayaka, would you be willing to be the models for
Ayaka!
I would be delighted.
Yes, as would I.
There you go. The next 2 portraits should be ready in no time.
I want to see it now.
Yes. And now that all 4 stories have all been collected, the story of the 5 Kasen is now fully completed.
Long ago, Inazuma had 5 legendary poets. People bestowed upon them the title of the 5 Kasen.
One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn
I
out,
love
and Suiko was questioned regarding
her
the matter.
face expression right there.
Suiko
Why do you always say
pleaded
wet
guilty.
like that? What do
He
you
admitted to drinking at the tavern
like?
the night
What?
before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching
I
him
don't
when he was
understand.
intoxicated.
Is there something weird about the way I say wet?
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This
I thought
turn
it
of
was
events
pretty
had
normal.
begun with an unnamed individual,
Wet.
under whose coercion Aoi no Okina was
Wet.
forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry.
That hand is
He knew nothing of
suspicious.
this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akihito.
Like
once belonged to
he
the
looks so
5
cute.
Kasen. Each poem he composed, he marked with a scarlet red
Yeah, so
cheek
his
and
cheeks are so chubby. I just want to squeeze them.
Such a distinguished writer was he, and yet one of the poems he had submitted the previous year was found to be plagiarized. Akihito was exiled for his crimes, and only 4 of the 5 Kasen remained.
I want all the outfits that are shown in these cutscenes to be alternative outfits for these characters.
The plagiarized poem lacked his seal.
That would be fantastic.
He immersed his poetry in a
Ayaka
stream
is
nearby,
such a beauty.
and only on the plagiarized poem did the ink run. Aoi no Okina passed by and witnessed Sumizome's doing, which he then recorded in a poem. Thus transpired the events of Suiko's poetry submission, and this is where the story comes to an end.
But it's not the end, is it? There's more to it. There's definitely more to it. So pretty. That's such a good like phone wallpaper. That's kind of sad. Kazuha doesn't deserve that. You seem upset, Paimon.
Yeah. Ever since we completed the story of the 5 Kasen, there's still one thing Paimon hasn't been able to figure out.
What the? A random fact? It's sushi facts. I'm a big sushi person here, Shua. So my Nightbot has a lot of random sushi facts that we'll display in chat from time to time. Hope you enjoy them.
One of the 5 Kasen is called Kuranushi, right? It's just that, how could the story of the 5 Kasen finish without him appearing at all?
Oh! Have you really not noticed?
Huh? Not noticed what? This is no time to be playing games, Tone Deaf Bard!
What he means is that the story of Kuronushi was already embedded within the 4 poems.
Huh? Really?
That's right. The key lies in the poem that Aoi no Okina wrote after seeing Sumizome.
Are we gonna get a and a Venti interaction? That would be fantastic.
An average person could never understand the scene of a young girl washing Akihito's poetry collection in a stream.
Don't answer that, by the way. Rhetorical.
Even Aoi no Okina couldn't figure out the meaning behind Sumizome's actions. He was simply reminiscing and thinking about his old acquaintances.
Looks like she's selling popcorn baskets.
However, for the perpetrator who framed Akihito, it was completely obvious. He was worried that if this poem was seen by the Shogun, then the Shogun could discover the truth behind the plagiarism incident. If that happened, then he'd be finished. So, in desperation, He threatened Aoi no Okina to make him tear out this poem.
Which means the one who threatened Aoi no Okina is the same person that framed Akihito. What? Kuranushi?
That's right. Though there are only 4 poems, they still managed to tell the complete story of all 5 kasen.
Sorry, I just see the guy in the stall in the background. It's like, these kids ruining my business, talking about nonsense in front of my stall.
However, this also brings something else to mind. The story of the 5 kasen has more or less reflected everything that's been happening around us lately. Which begs the question, is there a Kuronushi in our world as well?
A Kuronushi? In our world?
Speaking of which, I wonder if our dear Kazuha has come up with anything.
Oh, right! Kazuha! He's been pretty quiet this whole time. Let's ask him!
Kazuha! Thoughts on the current situation, Kazuha?
You've been standing in front of this blank canvas for a while, and you don't look so good.
Apologies for making a wild assumption, but has the story of the 5 kasen reminded you of anything?
Yes. A few things did come to mind, actually. However, they were nothing more than some past incidents regarding my family. I don't mind sharing the stories, but I'd prefer not to bring you any more trouble.
Hey, we're all friends here, Kazuha. You can always tell us whatever's on your mind.
Kaidehara, please forgive my assumption, but perhaps you were thinking of the Raiden Gokuden?
The Raiden Gokuden? What's that?
It appears that Miss Kamisato and I were thinking of the same thing. But it also has much to do with the Yashiro Commission. It would be improper to speak of it here without the consent of Miss Kamisato.
It's fine. Those of us here are all trustworthy, so there isn't any harm in it. However, this matter is somewhat complicated and may be difficult to explain. Let me start with the Raiden Gokuden.
More story time?
As you all know, the Yashiro Commission's primary purpose is managing ceremonial and cultural affairs, and Inazuma's art of forging swords is a very important part of our culture. The Raiden Gokuden were once the top 5 schools of the forging art in Inazuma. Although these families were swordsmiths by craft, they also held many important positions in the Yashiro Commission. Unfortunately, of the 5, only the Aminoma art still maintains its artisan lineage. The descendants of the Ishin art are also still alive, but the craft has been lost to time. The descendants of the Ishin art are none other than the Kaidehara family.
Ooh, we knew Kazuha came from a noble family, but we had no idea about his connection to the Yashiro Commission and sword making.
Yes, but that's all part of the past now. The Ishin art was lost with my great-grandfather's generation. My grandfather was dissatisfied with my great-grandfather's
Very nice sun flare on Kazuha there, and it's back.
My grandfather traveled all over Teyvat to find a way to revive the family business, but it was to no avail. And in my generation, our last remaining family property was lost as well.
I heard my elder brother mention that the decline of the Raiden Gokuden happened very rapidly. In the span of a few decades, 3 of the families suffered various misfortunes and disappeared completely. Later, there was speculation that all of these misfortunes stemmed from some background machinations, meaning that someone wanted to wipe out the Raiden Gokuden. However, since not every family of the Raiden Gokuden came to ruin, such explanations were treated as nothing more than a conspiracy theory.
Indeed. I've also believed such ideas were just theories and rumors. However, I know that a major incident happened to my great-grandfather when he was young. Not only did it affect the Kaedehara clan, but it nearly jeopardized the Kamisato clan's position in the Yashiro Commission as well. After reading the story of the 5 kasen, I can't help but feel like it's pointing me toward the truth behind that incident.
What exactly happened to your great-grandfather, Kazuha?
I still can't say. I need to speak with someone to verify the details. Let's meet here again at noon tomorrow. I will tell you everything I know then.
Nice. Okay, streamer man. I want to hear your guess on who the Kuronushi is here. I don't know. I want to say... I really don't know. I don't know. Like, my mind is kinda leading towards... Is it a playable character? As a hint? Or is it just... Because I saw... They showed us legs of somebody earlier, and that definitely wasn't a playable character. No. So it's not a playable character. So it was whoever... I don't know if it was that guy that they showed the legs of next to the cat. It's hard to say who at the moment. I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. If it's not a playable character, I have absolutely no idea. I can only think that it's the guy with... What was his name?
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding
I am...
themselves of clutter can one see the
We know their
true
theme
value.
color is black. Wasn't it more like brown? So I'm thinking it was the... I don't remember his name. Wasn't it? It was one of the guys that was training Shincho with his calligraphy. I think. It's one of them. It's one of the editors, maybe. I don't know. Or not editors, but maybe one of the authors. The other like authors. Don't remember the name. Anyways, we'll continue the story. I'm sure it'll blow my mind once we get there. What was the time again? Sorry, I missed it. 12 the following afternoon. Okay.
He would wait for us at the 5
If we're getting close to the big reveal, let me know if the big reveal is about to happen, and I'll try to do my best to make a guess. But as of right now, I don't even remember their names.
Everyone has arrived. Last night, I visited a former servant who once worked for my family. I was able to learn the entirety of what happened all those years ago. In my great-grandfather's generation, the Ishin art was tasked with forging an important Goshinto according to an ancient forging diagram. Though all the craftsmen involved were very experienced, the process was still unsuccessful. Every blade that was forged was defective. When the deadline came, the blade still wasn't finished, so the craftsmen all fled and hid for fear of punishment. The Kaidahara clan and Yashiro Commission then conducted an investigation. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan eventually tracked down the craftsmen near the seaside. However, they met fierce resistance from the craftsmen, and in the end they were unable to prevent them from escaping by sea. The Kaidahara clan was severely punished for the swordsmiths that had escaped, and the family gradually fell into decline. Moreover, I heard that the head of the Kamisato clan was injured by the fleeing swordsmiths, which combined with his advanced age caused him to pass away shortly.
Oh my god, is it Scaramouche?
The sudden passing of the family head left the Kamisato clan leader.
I don't know why Skirmish just popped into my head.
People took advantage of the situation and put the family status in the Yashiro Commission at jeopardy. This single incident had profound effects. Even after the position as head of the clan was passed to my father, the Kamisato clan still wasn't able to.
Is that a real question?
Reputation.
It is a real question, but you don't have to answer it.
But thanks to my brother, everything is getting better now.
As long as it
failure to forge the blade was ultimately attributed
doesn't
to
spoil
lack of
anything.
required skill and finesse. The Kaedahara clan and the Yashiro Commission always believed that was the case. However, the story of the 5 Kasen seems to imply that the failure didn't stem from a lack of skill, but rather the diagram had been tampered with by someone. Miss Kamisato, I heard yesterday that the Yashiro Commission has still kept the diagram ever since the failed forging all those years ago. Might I ask you to do me a favor?
Yes, I understand. I will go back and search for the diagram. Please come meet me at the Kamisato estate later.
The place dyed in black. I guess we're going to the Kamisato estate. I am gonna switch my party just in case. This party's not really fit for fighting. Well, I guess Ganyu could just carry the team, but such a long ways. You imagine having to like travel this in real time to get to these places. Good thing they invented teleportation. Ah. Oh, there you are.
Everyone, I've managed to find the old diagram.
Yay.
Though the diagram is well preserved, you can still tell that it's seen at least 3 or 4 centuries of history.
Whoa, that's pretty old. Is it still possible to find any evidence of tampering?
At this point, we can only try our luck and see how we fare.
Why is Venti still here? What's sorry, I just don't know why Venti's still with us. Ah, I can't read it.
Although the effect is not too obvious, you can still see that some words have now started to smudge. Kazuha, this is clear evidence that this chart was indeed tampered with. Someone framed the Kaedahara clan all those years ago.
I see. But I fear that I've discovered this secret too late. When my grandfather was young, he proposed reviving the Ishin art many times to my
Oh, these are cool. I really like the colors of these
my
scrolls.
grandfather was only scolded for being too foolhardy. Yesterday,
He's a bard after all, and bard is just short for bastard. Yeah, I guess he could write a song after all this too if he really wanted to. There's a story to tell.
He showed that diagram to my grandfather and asked him and his subordinates to try to forge the sword. Sure enough, my grandfather also failed. My great-grandfather then told him, if you can't find the secret within, then the Ishin art deserves to fade from the world. My grandfather left Inazuma in a rage after hearing those words. He didn't ever see my great-grandfather again, even till the day of his passing.
Aww.
Looking back at it now, the argument between the two of them was simply meaningless.
Oh,
Kazuha
Kazuha.
has had it rough. Huh.
He was young, but later in life, he no longer bothered with the forging arts.
Like first with like his friend,
Failure took quite a toll on him.
and now his like family
Did your
too.
great-grandfather really say, if you can't find the secret within? Did he use those exact words?
Yes. The servant said that he personally heard those words, and still remembers them very clearly. My grandfather was so angry at the time that he smashed my great-grandfather's cherished bonsai tree.
Bonsai.
Yes, it appears that you understand my meaning. Kazuha, if your great-grandfather thought that the Ishin art lacked finesse, then after witnessing his son's failure, wouldn't he have said something more along the lines of, your skills aren't sufficient? But instead he said, if you can't find the secret within. Don't you find that a little strange?
Huh? Oh. So you're saying my great-grandfather may have very well known that the failure was due to someone's tampering?
Yes. The current evidence suggests that is highly likely.
I apologize, but would you all please accompany me to the Tenryou Commission? After I became a wanted criminal, the Tenryou Commission seized my family's last remaining estate, which contained all of my family's old belongings. I want to inquire about the whereabouts of those belongings. If I can find them, we might be able to get some clues.
Let's go.
Let's get moving.
Let's go. Yosh. I might be able to stream for maybe an extra hour today. So like one more hour from right now. I need to still go prepare dinner and stuff like that, so I can't go for the whole day, unfortunately. Much as I'd want to. But hopefully we can at least get through all the story stuff, and then I can worry about... I'm close? Okay. I still don't have a guess, besides the people who were helping Chincho, or another, like one of the other authors, or if it's just Scaramouche. Hi, Sara. Hoi! Hoi!
What are you all doing here? Did something happen on Rito?
We're just here to ask about something.
Kujo Sara. Perhaps you still remember me.
Yes, I do. You're Kaedehara Kazuha, a wanted criminal during the Vision Hunt decree. However, your arrest warrant has since been repealed.
Sara, we'd like to ask about the Kaedehara clan's property that was seized by the Tenryou Commission. Do you know where all their belongings are now?
Yes, the items seized at that time are currently stored in the warehouse next to the police station.
Police station?
Since Kaedehara has come back to Inazuma, those items should be returned to their rightful owner.
No, I'm afraid you misunderstand. I'm not here to reclaim those belongings. I just want to investigate them for a personal matter.
I see. All right, I'll inform the police station. They'll take you into the warehouse.
Thank you, Sara!
Kaedehara, about the Vision Hunt decree.
That's all in the past now, Kujo Sara. There's no need to mention it again. I know you've also had your own convictions and struggles.
I ship it.
However, may I ask something of you?
That's a long pause.
What is it?
Currently, I have no plans to stay in Inazuma. As a result, those items from my family's estate are of no use to me. Madam Kujo, I believe you are a person of integrity. After our investigation is over, I'd like to ask if you can handle those belongings for me. Please, sell them, and use the money to help the poor.
All right, I understand. I'll be sure to take care of it.
No, really, I really ship those two. I think they would make a cute couple. This is the warehouse.
Ah, you must be here to investigate the Kaedehara clan's belongings. Well, Madame Kujo's already informed me of the situation. Please, come this way.
The way this guy talks. Oh, you must be here to investigate the Kaedehara clan's belongings. Madame Kujo has already informed me of the situation, so please come this way. It's like he practiced that line.
The Kaedehara clan's belongings are stored in this warehouse. Unfortunately, the items are scattered throughout in order to save space. My deepest apologies. However, I have clearly marked the corresponding items, so they shouldn't be too difficult to find. I'll be waiting for you at the door. Please, come see me if you require any assistance.
Kazuha, since the items are scattered throughout the building, I propose we split up and look for clues.
Yes, sounds like a plan. Thanks for your help, everyone.
Ayaka.
Oh, it's you. I'm currently investigating the sword rack.
It's a nice sword.
Oh, since the Kaedehara clan was a
Looks actually really cool. That looks like a sword from like Demon Slayer, almost, with the way it's colored.
I'm afraid not. Although the sword rack is made of fine wood.
Oh, you're looking at the rack. I'm looking at the sword.
The blade on the
Oops.
sword hasn't been sharpened, but there
Always
are no
accidentally
signs of
skip
use on the
dialogue
hilt.
sometimes.
Perhaps Kaedehara used it for training as a child.
Let Paimon see! Oh, there seems to be a couple uneven characters etched into the scabbard. Paimon can imagine what Kazuha was like as a kid.
I will continue investigating here and call you if I find anything interesting.
What Kazuha was like as a kid. I can't really put my finger on it.
What did you find, Shinjo?
I found quite the pile of old books. These books here are all related to smelting steel, and these are about the process of forging blades. This pile over here is all about plants and flowers.
The books about plants and flowers must have belonged to Kazuha's great-grandfather.
I skimmed through them just now, but I didn't find anything particularly worth noting. I shall take a closer look and let you know if I find anything.
Of course he'd be the one to find the books. Of course you'd be the one to find the alcohol.
There must be some around here somewhere. Do you see all these pots here? Some of them are bound to have liquor inside, right?
Hey! Everyone else is trying hard to help, and you're over here looking for a drink!
I merely jest, of course. Come on, we're close to uncovering the truth now. Why do you look so worried?
Well, Paimon doesn't really get why Kazuha told Sara to sell all these belongings. What if we don't end up finding anything today? Then wouldn't Kazuha lose the chance of finding out what really happened all those years ago?
I know you are worried about Kazuha, but if you ask me, he is stronger than you think. Since Kazuha made such a request to Sara, that indicates he's already made his choice. Whether we find out the truth or not today, or whatever it turns out to be, he's ready to accept it.
True.
No, not intuition.
He's ready to move on from the past.
So you
Look
could say
towards
I
the
have some
future.
Experience in reading people. Leave the things here to me. You two can look around elsewhere.
Bet you these barrels over here have a ton of alcohol in them. Fermented alcohol, maybe? Albedo.
Oh, it's you. Unfortunately, I have yet to find anything of value here.
Ah, good morning, Milk Tea. How are you doing?
Whoa, this folding screen looks pretty old, though.
Yes, perhaps if it were better maintained, then it could fetch a decent price. However, I doubt it could be sold in its current condition. I was taking a closer look just now and noticed a large piece of dirt caught in the fabric fibers on the back side. The soil is deeply embedded into the cloth, That means a great deal of force was used when the dirt was lodged into the cloth. It's likely that this patch of dirt is from the very flower pot thrown by Kazuha's grandfather. Because this is not what we're looking for now. Let me think. If I wanted to leave a message behind, I would probably choose to leave it on something a little more special.
I'm still on my bed, extra groggy. Oh, I know the feels. I know the feels. I'm doing pretty good today. We did some grocery shopping and got some errands done. I had ramen for lunch, which was really good. Tonkatsu ramen and some onigiri balls, rice balls. And I also ordered boba tea. I had a blueberry boba milk tea today. It was delicious.
Albedo seems to be thinking pretty hard.
Now I'm just trying to catch up on Genshin.
Everyone, I've found something that you should all have a look at.
A tree.
Seems Kazuha discovered something. Let's go see what he's got.
This flower pot was in my house for a long time.
Oh, this is the
I heard
bonsai
that
tree.
It was left behind by my great-grandfather.
Yeah, the plants seem to have been dead for a while now.
Well, after my great-grandfather stopped studying the forging arts, he picked up the hobby of keeping bonsai plants. Most of his prized plants were given to others once he became seriously ill. But he specifically left behind this dead plant at the time, and even instructed.
It sounds really good. It was pretty good. I've had some another milk flavored tea a few weeks ago called Winter Melon. I actually like that one a lot more than the blueberry, but it was still tasty.
My grandfather deeply regretted that he never managed to reconcile with.
There's
my
also a
great-grandfather,
rose milk tea,
so he left the plant exactly
which was
as it
okay.
was.
And there's also a pistachio milk tea, but I'm not really big on pistachios, so I didn't get that one
Now
yet.
that I think about it, my great-grandfather could very well have left it behind for other reasons.
Now that you mention it, this flower pot is kinda suspicious.
Yes. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
We shall.
We finally found something! It's only a bunch of blank paper.
It's an angry Kazuha right there.
Already discovered the compartment and swapped the contents?
Was an angry Kazuha right
I
there.
do not think that is the case here. See the paper? It's quite yellowed, which means it's very old.
You trying using water?
You mean to say that these sheets have been written with special ink, like that which Miss Kamisato found before?
Possible.
I agree with this hypothesis.
Okay, let's give it a dunk then.
Dunk.
There is a pond outside
Make it
the police
wet.
station. I'll use the water there.
Paper needs some moisturization. Hydration.
Well, how did it go? Those weren't just plain old sheets of paper, were they?
Just as everyone guessed, after I sprinkled some water onto the paper, writing did indeed begin to appear on it. It is a letter, written by my great-grandfather.
Oh? What does the letter say?
Is it something you can share?
It is. I'll tell you what my great-grandfather knew at the time, but before that, I wish to take you somewhere. Everyone, please follow me.
Last guess? I don't have any other guesses. I don't have any other guesses besides the ones I've already made. Sorry. I really don't have any other guesses. It's a cat. Never thought I would see all these international characters in the same screen. It was gonna happen at some point. I always get to see characters from different regions finally interacting with each other. And we need more Klee, dang it! We need more Klee! We only got Klee at the beginning, and I'm so disappointed. Here we go.
Kaidehara, why did you lead us to this beach?
It is. In fact, my great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan tracked the fleeing swordsmiths to this very
Monsters be like, bonjour.
Our hypothesis was correct. My great-grandfather was well aware of the truth behind the defective blades. And it was right here where they encountered.
When we get Alice content, we should get Klee content, right? Yes. I need some more Alice content.
It reads,
I need a.
whoever reads this letter,
I need best daughter and best mama to come
Kaidehara Yoshinori, have been held to
become a
certain
family with
secret
me.
throughout my entire life. I don't have much longer in this world, and after much consideration, I finally decided to disclose the matter. All those years ago, when I was pursuing the swordsmiths alongside Commissioner Kamisato of the Yashiro Commission.
This is a long story.
Injured by one of
Oh, it's a flashback. I was like, the day is going by real fast right now.
Clues led us down to shore. I waited for the culprits to show themselves. However, there were no swordsmiths in sight. Only a single eccentric stranger. This stranger claimed to be the one behind the failed forgings and said that he had been patiently waiting for us. He then
Scaramouche!
destroyed the ride in Gokaden. That person was of able body, and in a blink of an eye, myself and the accompanying samurai had been defeated. Commissioner Kamisato was severely wounded.
Hey, I was right.
And I barely escaped death myself. My hat had fortunately blunted a blow to my head. The unusual stranger could have easily claimed my life at that moment. But, after noticing my appearance, he stopped his attacks and sternly asked if I had any connection with the name Niwa.
But this wasn't. These weren't the legs that I saw earlier, though. So that's why I wasn't entirely sure.
Upon hearing my answer, the stranger paused. After a long silence,
I guess Scaramouche doesn't really age, right? He's also kind of like a puppet, like A.
my name is Kuni Kuzushi.
Or not A, but Raiden Shogun.
Then turned and
Wait. Kuni Kuzushi, yeah. Moosh, my husband.
Wow. So that's what really happened.
Yes. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan escaped from death and learned that the forging diagram had been tampered with by Kuni Kuzushi. However, due to the encounter, the head of the Kamisato clan was worried that my great-grandfather would be falsely accused of being involved with the perpetrator. So even on his deathbed, the master of the Kamisato clan cautioned my great-grandfather to never speak of what happened. Because the perpetrator said he would destroy the Raiden Gokaden. My great-grandfather worried that the perpetrator would still return for vengeance. So, to protect his loved ones, he closed the family business. He said, as the leader of the Kaidehara clan...
Moosh is so smexy, like, damn boy, if bad, why hot?
But as a father...
I think that's a good question, because I think a lot of people ask that about Child, too.
Grandchildren.
Because he's sort of a bad guy, too. Sorta. He's on a thin line between good and bad right now.
Yes, that's right.
Child freaks me
If
out.
my
Why?
grandpa had somehow discovered the secret behind the tampered diagram all those years ago, perhaps my great-grandfather would have told him the truth. Unfortunately, he failed to catch any of the hints in my great-grandfather's words. Miss Kamisato, it appears you were unaware of the happenings that my great-grandfather described here. What are your thoughts?
I suppose the reason the head of the Kamisato house never spoke of this to the family was due to similar safety concerns. If the perpetrator was capable of tampering with even the Shogun's diagrams,
and could single-handedly defeat many men, then he is not an ordinary enemy. I will discuss this matter with Brother shortly, and investigate the identity behind the one called Kunikuzushi. Rest assured, we will act cautiously.
To be honest, as I read the letter, I felt much turbulence in my heart. But now I've managed to calm myself. My great-grandfather said in the letter that he did not wish his descendants to blindly seek revenge and be deceived by things of the past. Though he was in a tight situation when he wrote these words.
Scara would choke me and leave me with a little life. I don't know about that.
What's most important for each
I don't know about that.
the present. Even though we must carry the burdens from the
I
past,
don't know about
there are
that.
also things we wish to strive for. Therefore, knowing the truth behind what happened is enough for me. I will live on just as my great-grandfather had hoped. That being said, if the enemy from all those years ago is still lurking and
Oh, Kazuha versus Scaramouche storyline coming soon to a PC near you. It's okay, he's a friend, I know him.
These are simply insights I've gathered from all that I've experienced. Thank you all for accompanying me in my search for the truth behind that incident.
Great! Now that we're done here, let's head back to Rito.
Ah. Iridori Festival goes into full festive swing. I couldn't read that quick enough.
Stage of the Iridori Festival. Not only will there be Shincho's signing event, but Albedo's painting of Kuranushi will also be unveiled.
So,
Let's take a stroll through the festival venue. Maybe we'll find everyone there.
Hello, traveler. Paimon?
Albedo, why is the portrait of Kuranushi all covered up? Paimon wants to see what your Kuranushi portrait looks like.
Don't worry. The unveiling ceremony will be starting shortly. You'll see what it looks like then.
I think if you guys typed in !sushi fact or sushi facts, I'm not sure if it's plural or not, I forget. But it is one word. It might give you another fact. Give it a try.
I will say that I'm most satisfied with this particular work. I even made a special trip to see someone in order to complete it. They gave me some very valuable suggestions. Is that so? Anyway, there is still time before the ceremony. You may have a look around the venue first.
Yeah, I might have to end stream soon. I hope this is almost over. My dog is getting a little anxious. I've been sitting at the PC for like almost 4 hours now. She's like, what are you doing? Give me some love. Yeah, she's getting... She keeps coming over and staring at me. She's like, what are you doing? You're spending too much time. Though she should be used to it because I work from home, but... I don't know, I guess 4 hours without paying attention to her is a little bit too much for her to handle. Kazuha!
Kazuha, what are you doing here? Why aren't you at the festival?
I came here to take in the sea breeze. Such a bustling atmosphere is never really to my liking. I knew you were still worried about me. Thank you. But please, don't worry. The things I said in front of everyone weren't just pretty-sounding excuses. Look. See this familiar harbor in front of us? Before, you could sit here all day.
Such an emo
without
boy
seeing a single
Kazuha
ship
is.
pass through. Instead, all you
So
would
that's
see
why I
were
think
soldiers
he
from
and Sara would make a good
guarding
couple.
against possible intruders.
They kind of relate to each other in a way.
Bustling place. Not only are foreigners coming to Inazuma again, But traffic between here and Watatsumi Island has also been picking up.
Yeah, Inazuma's already started to change, huh?
I was thinking, in some ways, each and every one of us are similar to this country. It might take a different amount
But
of
you got to
time
give
for
Kazuha a
different
break.
people.
He's been through a lot.
But there will inevitably come a day when each person can let go of their burdens. And when they finally let go, they are free to follow the wind as they please.
Okay, bye. Boop, 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 boop. Who's next? Who's this? Who's over here? Ah! Oh! This should be good. Venti and Miko here. I was hoping we'd get a Venti and Shogun interaction, but this works. I'll accept it.
Hey! What are you two doing together? Don't think we didn't see you two chatting up a storm just now. The moment we came over, you stopped talking.
Is that so? I'm afraid you're just overthinking things.
We were merely discussing wine and food. I'm sure you two wouldn't be interested.
Wine and food, huh?
Speaking of good sides with sake, I personally prefer fried tofu.
Forget it. Even if those two are plotting something, they'd still never let us know.
How about you sit right here and try my
I wonder what they're discussing. Kazoo can live in my heart rent-free 24/7. Did you just call him Kazoo? Kazuzu. Finally, a sibling interaction. I've done both of your story quests and you guys never interacted with each other. It's about time.
We finally get to see the busiest person of all.
Yes, there were many things which required my attention these past few days. Fortunately, the Iridori Festival is proceeding smoothly. The Tri-Commission cooperated closely to prepare this festival, so at long last, I can take a break today.
Brother and I are very grateful for your help.
Toma sure is taking his sweet time.
Yes. Today is one of the rare occasions when Brother isn't busy. I was going to buy some books, but he said he wanted to come along. His treat. However, he forgot his wallet at
Oh, Wes, I don't know if you're still here, but I can hear what you're saying about Ayaka's S's now. I guess it's happening in this particular event. I never heard it before until now.
Paimon didn't think Ayato could ever be forgetful like that.
Brother always works diligently, and it's rare for him to ever put his duties to the side and relax.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
So, Toma and I really cherish such moments when he's forgetful.
I heard it. It sounded very staticky. Yeah, it almost sounded like they were trying to correct it in post, but they couldn't really. Because I have a feeling they didn't all record in the same studio. Some of them might have recorded from home or something. But yeah, it's just something up with her pop filter maybe, or just something that
Traveler,
kind of got screwed up in post.
It's a pleasure to see you.
Like they tried to fix something but made it worse.
Indeed it did. Thanks to you, the signing event went off without a hitch. And I must say, the readers seem most satisfied.
Shito, is that just Paimon, or are you on the lookout for something?
You aren't mistaken, though I'm ashamed to admit it. But in fact, I have been on the watch for tourists from Liyue. After all, I came to Inazuma under the pretext of evaluating a potential investment. If an acquaintance were to see me sitting here, then there would be no way to hide the truth from my father.
Excuse me.
Fortunately, the crowds of readers that came flocking over have kept the usual tourists at bay. Oh, I should mention, Shu is also unaware of the real purpose of my trip. If you happen to meet him,
Shincho's father should be a 5-star character. We haven't seen him or met him, but I can imagine him being this really like big, scruffy dude, bunch of hair, beard, mustache, just like a heavy claymore wielder or something, you know? Just like the complete opposite of what Shincho is. Dad body, yeah.
then please accept my thanks in advance. I'm sorry that I can't chat long. There are still readers waiting in line. I'll see you later at the unveiling ceremony for Kuronushi's portrait.
It's time for the portrait's unveiling ceremony. Let's head over to the 5 Casa Plaza.
Cutscene? We're gonna get a cutscene? Yay.
Everyone, welcome to the magnificent Iridori Festival. Today, we have ushered in the final stage of our festival. And now we will reveal the final portrait of the 5 Kasen, Kuronushi, which was done by none other than our guest artist from Mondstadt, Calx.
Patch, patch, patch. Patch, patch, patch.
Paimon has no idea what Albedo's portrait looks like. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking.
Let's all count down together.
3, 2, 1.
Huh? What's this? This piece depicts nothing but a background. I suppose Calx must have forgotten to include the character. Let's hear some words from Calx himself regarding the creative process behind this piece.
Hello, everyone. First, I would like to say that it was an honor to be invited to create the portraits of the 5 Kasen.
Gonna go do some morning workouts. Thank you for the stream, bud. See you later. Thank you for stopping in, Milk Tea. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be ending soon, probably, myself. It's great to see you.
The 5 Kasen are legendary figures from ancient Inazuma, famous for their works of poetry. As time passed, poems were composed about them, and they became the subjects of many stories. I learned from existing sources about those stories that the character of Kuronushi is the deepest and most differing of the 5 Kasen. Moreover, Kuronushi
Bye-bye.
writes a dedicated chapter among the stories. It's as if he is a behind-the-scenes role of the 5 Kasen. Perhaps we can assume that every creator had a different understanding of Kuronushi. So, in the same way, I also wanted to leave this character to everyone's own imagination. After all, the Iridori Festival is a place for everyone to express their minds through creative works.
Yep, that's Albedo for you.
Patch, patch, patch.
This logical explanation is sure to win everyone's approval. Well, it seems that our adventures at the Iridori Festival have come to a close.
Aren't you forgetting something, Paimon?
Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, right! We still haven't figured out who left those stories of the 5 Kasen for us to find. Really? Come on then, who is it? Tell Paimon!
First, it's someone that knows every one of us.
Well, that makes sense. Otherwise, there'd be no way to give the right paper to the right person every time.
And they're also connected with the Kaidahara clan.
Right. Even though they were using stories to hint us toward Shincho's troubles, the real goal was to lead us to solve the secrets of the Kaidahara clan. Paimon gets it now. Well, at least Paimon thinks she knows. Let's go. We'll get to the...
This is the one I wasn't sure about, though. This person. Hi, Miko.
The one who left the stories of the 5 Kasen. I'm afraid you guessed wrong, Paimon. It wasn't me.
Huh? Really? Oh, Paimon thought for sure you'd be the sneaky and tricky one.
But seeing as you stumbled upon me, you aren't far from finding that person now. Because other than me, there's only one person left.
What? Is it Albedo? It's not Albedo, is it? I mean, the way Miko said that makes me think it's A, but I don't think it's A. I'm really just want to talk to these people.
Probably chose to do so for Kaidehara's sake.
Oh, is it Sara?
After all, if they wanted to simply tell me what happened, there'd be far easier ways of doing it.
Yes, in fact, before doing the portrait of Kuronushi, I visited the person who left those stories and confirmed a few things.
Who else is tied to the Kaidehara clan?
I think my current approach to this portrait is the most correct one. After all, there are some things that are better left obscure and out of the public.
I'm feeling stupid right now.
About the one who left the stories of the 5 Kasen? I do happen to know their true identity, but things may be a little more complicated than you think.
Is it this guy?
To be honest, I am very grateful to the one who left those stories for us.
Because, I mean, the only other clan that they mentioned in the story was the Kamisato clan. So it's gotta be Ayato then, right?
I am also very fortunate to have you to accompany me and find the answers.
If your hint... Who are you? Senpai. And this is the only person I haven't talked to, so... Huh.
Ayato! You're the one behind the stories of the 5 Kasen!
But that he didn't have white pants.
But don't you think you overdid it a little? Leading all your friends on a wild hunt like that?
As it just so happens,
Oh, it was Toma who did it.
here today is to explain the
Those were Toma's freaking shoes, weren't they? God dang it. That's why he's missing right now.
Paimon wants to see how you explain yourself out of this one.
First of all, the start of this whole incident was due to mere happenstance. You see, Lady Yai happened to catch sight of Shincho and the editor carrying the books away one night. She thought it was interesting, so she asked me to tease them a bit.
What?
So it was Miko after all! Paimon knew it! This thing had Miko written all over it!
That's right. But using the story of the 5 Kasen to guide you to the Kaedehara family's secrets was my personal touch. As for my roundabout approach, well, that was something which I had no choice but to do. Yes. Due to a certain incident that occurred earlier, I happened to notice the bonsai plants left behind by Kaedehara Yoshinori, as well as the blank papers hidden inside. I knew there was more than meets the eye regarding those papers, but it took me some time to figure out the secret behind the ink, the kind that would only appear when exposed to water. What Kaedehara Yoshinori said in the letter is very important for both the Kamisato clan and the descendants of the Kaedehara clan, especially Kazuha. The Kaedehara clan used to be subordinates of the Kamisato clan. It was my ancestors who were unable to protect them all those years ago. So now, this obligation fell on my shoulders. Although he has the right to know the truth, the closer he draws to things hidden out of sight, the closer he also draws to danger. I had to confirm whether Kazuha has both the will and ability to be privy to the truth. Of course, I could outright tell him the truth that I had discovered, but maybe he doesn't have the will that's required. In that case, the truth would only become a burden to him. If he lacks the ability, then he wouldn't be able to find the truth in the first place. In which case, it would be better to keep him away from danger altogether. Kaedehara Yoshinori left his message in a roundabout way precisely for this reason. For a long time, I yearned for a suitable
Makes sense.
opportunity to convey
If
this
it's something that you really wanted to know the
night
truth
when a
about,
legend of sorrows
you'd strive to
slipped away.
figure it out and get to the bottom of it as best you can.
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
Resolve. Revival of the Kaedehara clan.
Yeah, it wasn't only Kazuha. You brought all of the rest of us into this plan of yours.
I figured you would ask this question eventually. I merely saw that this matter would be of value to you. And more importantly, I hoped that while Kazuha and Ayaka were looking for the answers together, they would have some reliable friends by their side. Reliable friends who would be willing to protect them and make measured decisions. Friends who would spare no effort to lend a helping hand in times of trouble. Because it is also very likely that you will face the same enemy together in the future. You already know the answer deep down inside, don't you?
Yep.
The answer is actually hidden in the portrait of Kuronushi. When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes. As for the means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before.
Wait for night. Should I talk to people? No, it looks like they're all gone. Okay. 5 o'clock it said? 5... Wait, no. Midnight. Midnight.
It's getting pretty late, so nobody else is around now. So Ayato must have been telling us to splash water on the portrait, right? It's the Balladeer!
Balladeer!
So he was the one behind the trouble all those years ago!
When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes. As for the means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before. Also, there's one last thing that we must discuss. I mentioned earlier that the occurrence of a certain incident made me notice the bonsai plants. I wish to tell you of that incident now. It was just after the Shogun announced the abolition of the Sakoku decree. I heard that something had happened at the Tenryou Commission. They had discovered signs that someone had entered the warehouse storing the Commission's articles of evidence and confiscated items. But nothing was stolen. I felt something unusual about that incident.
That was weird.
So I told Kujo Sara
The voice filter wasn't
happened.
being used in that last
She was not to increase
sentence.
the guard or relocate the warehouse contents. In the meantime, I sent a member of the Shumatsuban to keep watch over the warehouse. And sure enough, someone was sneaking in and rummaging through the belongings of the Kaidahara clan.
You mean, he was also looking for...
I let him search for a while, but in the end, he found nothing. Soon after, he had to leave Inazuma by boat.
Why didn't you send someone to catch him?
The best way to protect a secret is to treat it as if it doesn't exist, is it not? Besides, the identity of this person is not hard to guess. After he left Inazuma, I carefully checked the Kaidahara clan's belongings one by one, and eventually discovered the papers in the hidden compartment of the flower pot. I am certain that the papers are the secret which the infiltrator sought to find, though he couldn't confirm whether this secret existed at all. So, now on to my final question. Which part of Kaidahara Yoshinori's experiences was the secret that needed to be protected?
The Kaidahara Yoshinori knew that the family was Frame. The Kaidahara Yoshinori knew that the corporate was named Kuni Kuzushi. The Kaidahara Yoshinori was spared by his opponent. This one.
I don't have an answer to this question at present, so I'll leave it to your future self.
Yeah.
As for now, please enjoy yourselves at the Iridori Festival.
Yay! We did it. We got all the panels now. I might just do all these off stream. I don't think I'll be able to do all these during the stream, knowing my schedule. Oh, cool. Can I tell you something cool to do? What is it? As long as it's not spoiler. Oh. I see. He shows up. It still works. That is pretty. Nice. Not only is it canon to the cutscenes, but it's canon in the game too. Very cool. We know you're out there, Scaramouche. We're always watching. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna do an overview of everything I still need to do. So there's like 4. I definitely need to do these 2, because you get a fox and you get the Shogun figurine. So I'll definitely do those at some point. And then the event details. Like, I still need to do Theater Mechanicus to get my rewards. This is another quest. I mean, I might be able to do some of these on Saturday or Sunday. We'll see. But for, like, the Theater Mechanicus, I probably will just do off stream. So, yeah. I might be back Saturday or Sunday. If not Monday. And do more Genshin and try to get this all done before, you know, the update. Or before the event ends, rather. And yeah, so thank you guys for coming in and hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed your time here. I don't think I'm gonna go raid out to anybody today, but I appreciate you guys for hanging out. And yeah, I may be back Saturday or Sunday or Monday, one of those 3 days. I'm not sure which days yet. And I'll try to do more of the stories, more of the kind of like side stories that are part of the event. And we'll go from there. I'm gonna actually... I'll probably take a look at these events here and see... I'll go and like go to the quest and see what I actually have to do for the event. Like if they're just like tedious things, and I probably will just do it on my own time. Like this one's something about flowers. Oops. And then this one's, you have received no commission from Catherine, nor do you have appointments from any friends yet in the darkness that golden light is a small island on the middle of the when the world happened. Yeah. Don't know what that one's about. And then this one's the picture taking one, right? So that's just another tedious event. So anyways, thank you guys again. I know I said thank you like 4 times now, but I'll be ending the stream now. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week and stay safe until next time. Bye bye. Love you.